Okay, so a nice little jaunty start to this one, which may or may not be the theme of tonight's adventure.
It didn't really play very well. It was very jerky.
Well, it was nice on this end, and it'll be a lot nicer on the recording. Even though I did do a computer update, it managed to keep most of the settings.
Oh wow, amazing.
Yeah, so far all the audio seems to be working, and all the video seems to be working, so I'm not sure what I stepped on to make that all work. Most of the time it falls over in a heap after an update. So, today we are up to session 119, or Phase 3, Season 2, Episode 11.
Way.
It is the 22nd day of the 4th month of the year 1011. And we have somehow made it up to 642 live play videos on the site.
Well, gee.
It adds up very quickly.
Yeah.
And at the table today we have Gary.
Hi, I'm Gary. I'm playing Anton Chigurh, a Tralladaran warlock who's having a crisis of confidence about what they really should be doing in the world.
And that's I'm sure his crisis will get worse and worse as time gets further on.
Time will get things can only get worse from here, I think. Yeah.
Especially as the Black Knight of Traldara has actually made an appearance.
Yeah, but I'm here. Black Knight's somewhere else. You know, two different people. We've established that.
And the actual Black Knight is a Death Knight.
A Death Knight.
Yeah.
What's a Death Knight?
So
Is it undead? Is it?
Do you know Ravenloft at all?
No.
Okay, there is a personage in Ravenloft called Lord Soth.
Okay.
He is a top tier undead.
Mm-hmm.
And scary enough to kill people with the word die.
Okay, alright.
So he has power word kill.
Okay, alright, okay, so way off the scale then. Alright.
Yeah. Just to give you some sort of ballparking to that.
And the thing is we are different people. We've made this is okay. That's an upside in all of this stuff.
Unless of course he's your sponsor.
Yeah. Okay, Bruce.
No. He may be interfering with things because that seems to be something that he likes to do. If it's undead, actually, Jen, should be.
Well, do you know World of Warcraft?
No.
Blizzard ripped it. Oh, okay. Blizzard ripped him off with the Lich King.
Yes. So online today we have Ross.
Yes, I play Yodri, the lovable swashbuckling warlock pirate, who's now decided to take up, looks like, being a Viking for some strange reason.
Because the rest of them have, and you're being dragged along.
It was Drazel's idea.
He signed them up.
He signed us up for a holiday cruise.
Well, actually, I do want to go north because actually there's some halflings I want to see up there. But
we went east.
Yeah, they've gone east, not north.
What? I thought we were going north.
Well, we went east. That's where the cruise was going.
Don't worry, it's one of those working crews where you get to show off your skill on the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a wrong type of boat. No.
And just think, now you can see your character has spent another session on the water. Out of how many sessions?
Yeah.
You missed the session where we were on water.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Especially considering he is a pirate sailor. Next up we have online is M.
Hello, I play Zal, your cleric wizard.
And
Gale the Ranger, thank you very much.
that new title is Taker of Hearts.
do I need to start doing something reminiscent of Peter and make like a really long list of all the titles I've gotten?
Yeah.
Well, hey,
that is a thing.
you can literally write it out for me and I'll put it into your character sheet.
Oh, that's such a bad idea.
You can have as many titles as you like, and then when everyone looks at your character, they will see all the titles,
No.
including ones that I add that you don't know about.
Of course.
No, you just know what those other titles are.
Yeah, I was hoping you actually would take a bite out of that heart, of the still beating heart.
No.
This is not Pathfinder. In Pathfinder, they would.
Yeah, but she still needs to go to a necromantic side.
Yeah, no,
Well, either that
that's why Val knows better.
Either that or crush the heart.
So Zal, while being a necromancer, is not the evil necromancer. You need to keep that in mind when suggesting things for her. If she becomes the evil necromancer, then Chevelle is obliged to execute that character on the spot.
No, I don't know. There's an arrow that might have a different view on this.
Yes, but it is a suddenly it's a face-off between the two of them because neither of them can budge at that point.
Okay.
Because of the dictates of Two-Back the Lawgiver, which is Chevelle's patron, is certain types of necromancers must be executed, which is the mistake that happened to the parents of Zal.
It sounds like that arrow should get a bit of a workout.
Yeah, if it comes to that, then definitely it's arrow to the knee. Sorry, bad jokes. Yes, as mentioned, I have an arrow whom my mother's spirit inhabits, and I got a very stern talking to last session because I haven't actually physically used my arrow in years.
Less than that, you haven't actually touched it out of respect of the other character.
Yeah, and that as well.
You can say it's a
Because
token of remembering.
I was doing it in my youth, with annoying the ever living daylights out of Chevelle, and the more time we spent together and finding out the reasons behind what they did, yeah, Zal, it is, yes, it's a moral conflict of that I actually respect that they've tried to become a better person themselves, but also the fact that they have done bad deeds.
Yep. And that brings us to Chevelle and Josh.
Hello, I'm Josh. I'm playing Chevelle the Paladin.
That all came through clearly.
It did.
And yes,
Yep.
he did
With
switch
Black
to
Wings.
the studio
Yeah,
mic.
I swapped my studio mic for that.
Just so it didn't clip out.
Just so it didn't clip out because Astro was just like, no, you can't have loud, constant noises. Sorry.
Yeah, we cut out the yelling.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Chevelle is very confused at the moment. She believes that she was a fire genasi worshipping Two-Back, so very hot-headed, fiery-tempered, very, very warm, basically. And we found out last session that someone else has decided to stay high, basically, in terms of Chevelle. I've now got very darkened wings, and I'm definitely a paladin of shadow and darkness at the moment.
And just think, you can now stab people with your wings.
Yeah, that was fun. Oh, that's right. We were helping. That's right. End of the last session, we were helping our Viking friends storm the castle, basically.
Yeah, but he's rude.
Thought it was more a lodge than a castle, but anyway.
Well, you know what I meant. Fort.
Well, there was a battle involved, and the more grand you make it sound, the better the tales further on.
Yeah, exactly.
So what happens when you touch Two-Pack's old symbol?
He still wears it.
I still wear it.
And the
It's
paladin,
just that he's not answering at the moment.
the paladin screaming out is a direct result of Chevelle's interaction with Ixion.
So I still have everything attuned to me. It's just that I've now gone like darkened. I still have everything on me that resembles my patron. So
No, Chevelle's taken up becoming a warlock.
I can't.
Chevelle had tried to take other magic classes and ended up having his god burn it away.
Okay.
I used to be a warlock. I took one level in it, and then I died, and then I said, may or may not have taken some energy from you. And my god was just like, how dare you? You know, I must be a paladin. And that's when I started screaming paladin.
Yeah, I got a sneaky suspicion it's because the paladin, because your god hasn't been paying attention to you, you've gone looking elsewhere, or somebody has found you.
Yeah.
Well, there are 180 gods, and in those 180 gods, there are easily 600 to 1,000 names that define them.
And the way the gods are operating at the moment, I don't think they're worth a lot of worship, to be honest.
Well, you have to at least worship a pantheon.
Yeah, I know.
Which is the downside of active gods and demons.
Okay, the downside is?
The downside is if you do not do your daily worship,
Yep.
then you do not get the benefits of a long rest. You gain 1 level of fatigue as demons invade your mind.
Okay. Well, I do the minimum.
That's all you have to do. Even if it's lip service, that's all they care is that you do the devotion. Whether or not you believe is completely up to you.
It's not so much believe that they exist. It's more that whether they deserve worship's a different thing.
That's the thing. Whether you believe they deserve it or believe that you actually follow them, as long as you do the rituals that they require during a long rest, you get the benefits of their thing. If you completely mess up their religion and it comes to their notice, then they may not give you any benefits for doing their devotions, and you may have to find someone else to steal from.
Okay.
The other thing is they're also listening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
So
Nothing's secret in this world.
Well, banging them off is not a good idea.
I'm being pretty vague in general.
Yeah, see, the calling out damn when damn generally refers to a god damning something will definitely get their attention. May not be the one that you're worshipping, it may be whoever's in the area listening.
It's the reason why we don't say GDI.
Yep.
Not on session anyway.
Got to be careful about that, yeah.
Yeah, it happens so often in the early days. Okay, so who wants to give the recap of what happened last session?
I'm happy to kick off and let others jump in with bits that I miss.
We stormed an awesome castle, yeah!
That's the end bit. The starting bit was that time had shifted again, and the seasons are now back in sync. But we all have memories of doing other things with the seasons not being in sync.
Yeah,
And
so
we're all
like-
scattered to various parts except for me and Drazzle. People seem to have gone home, I think, but maybe I didn't go home because I didn't have a home to go to, or Drazzle in your wagon the home. I'm not sure.
Well,
we had 90 days of going back to our homeland. So I think for Chevelle it was going back to the Great Khan and basically being it was basically being the chief of the not the actual chief, but the one to implement the law of the Khan's will basically for 90 days. We ended up on a Viking ship. We ended up in the Nordic lands. We were just about to start a religious ceremony when the person got assassinated.
the sacrificial lamb was assassinated.
Yeah, the one who was offering himself
Lamb.
up. And the crew were all young and inexperienced.
Mm-hmm. Chevelle did a lot of drinking on the boat. Hopefully taught the younglings how to fight.
Those poor people got decimated by the paladin because she doesn't know how to hold back.
Yeah, so when practicing with people who haven't really held an axe for very long, you
It wasn't
managed
a
to.
shield. It was shield bashing.
No, it was you hit the shield. If you hit the person.
Oh, that's right. You hit the shield with the axe. That's right. I remember that.
And so you were pretty good at getting straight through the shield into the arm.
Yeah.
And Zal had lots of work to do along with the other clerics on the ship.
Hmm.
After having a nice, relaxing 3 months on my homestead with my partner looking after all the orphans.
And we then pursued and fought and killed the assassin and got a note. Referred to a lodge.
Some must have more than a note.
Someone got
Okay.
a rude awakening
Yeah.
and a heart of a lycanthrope.
So some of us got another warning about you have 1 year to do something, and then the other one managed to get darkened wings. I'm like, okay. So much for the note. I'm having a full life crisis at the moment.
Just be worried if it starts becoming the arrow out of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, whistling. Whistles.
Well, just imagine it can get more power than it has.
And the lodge, the lodge, somehow the assassin was connected to the lodge we were supposed to be going to raid anyway. I'm not quite sure why we were on the raid. That was part of being on the holiday cruise. Was the objective was to get to that lodge.
Well, that's one of the milestones along the way.
Yeah, okay.
You know how you have some of these camp challenges? So that was that part of the challenge in the milestone.
Okay, all right.
It's like reaching a peak and then moving on.
Yeah. So all part of us being, I don't know, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, or something like that. I'm not sure what
Vikings.
Vikings. We're apprentice Vikings. Vikings in training. We fought the lodge of warriors, and that's where I have some problems. But you know, we won that battle very easily.
It could have been a lot worse.
Well,
If it was a struggle, you'd have to wonder about whether or not most of you had learned how to fight.
well, no, it's more the other side. You know, like I have a vivid memory of using Eldritch Disturbance and the Warrior Explode.
Yep. You exceeded his hit points by his total hit points plus his total hit points, which meant there was no chance of recovery.
Yeah, and that was a bit of a shock. And questioning things a lot now about whether or not I should have such power and whether I can be trusted with it. But apart from that,
Well, so far you haven't killed indiscriminately,
true. Not for a while anyway.
not consciously.
Not consciously. Yeah. But still.
What you do in your sleep is a completely different matter.
Could have stopped that warrior without killing them.
You could have.
And I didn't.
And you did manage to capture one person who gave up,
That's right, I did.
which turned out to be I think it was the leader.
He was the leader. He was the big guy. He was the big guy at the door.
Because he walked out and saw that pretty much all of his minions were dead.
Mostly
No,
in
no,
horrific ways.
he walked out, gave them all a roar. Like he roared and tried to intimidate us, and we all made our saves. And then
Well, and then we murdered the rest of his
our Viking leader intimidated him, and he was like, "Okay, I surrender."
That's
Which was
right,
probably
yeah.
a good thing because Cheval was about to have had it next.
And the first question on my mind is, who is this bunch? Why did we want to fight them anyway?
Okay.
Probably languages. We have a common
Well,
language with them.
given that they've assassinated the person before the ritual,
That's true. They were
and,
behind the
and
assassination.
damning the boat to, unless someone else willingly volunteers, I think is the go. Is that right, Martin?
What was that? The
They condemned the boat unless someone else willingly volunteers.
yes,
is that right?
they needed a willing volunteer.
Okay.
And
So unless someone volunteers willingly to be the new sacrifice, the boat is now not got favor with the
Proteus.
god.
That's right.
The fickle god of the sea who doesn't really care whether you give him service or not.
Yeah, but I mean, it's as you said, it's about the superstition and people's beliefs. So
We need to appropriate Proteus. Okay.
Okay, so returning to where we are, you had basically wiped out all the guy's guards. He came out to support his guards, finding them all dead, finding you unbowed to his terrific roar. To give you a full understanding of how out of place he was. He was 8th level character
Okay.
compared to you guys, and all his guards were 2nd level characters.
Yeah. Okay. So they were completely outclassed.
no, it's lower than that. Okay.
And so you literally mowed through a bunch of mooks using high level abilities, which there's nothing wrong with. It just shows what happens with training compared to people who,
There is a moral dimension to that as well.
Yep.
Listen, I'm just smurfing this account for just some XP, okay?
What was it? That New Zealand group was Viva. I can't remember their name. They had a similar thing happen, which was it's called Low Health Bar. Level 90s going into an area where there's like little pens. Getting picked on by the little pens. You didn't do well for them.
Yes, just because you got a low health bar doesn't mean that your health bar still isn't higher than those around you. And as they had on average 20 hit points each.
Yeah. Okay.
Though to be honest, that's not far off the. Oh, actually, sorry, I've got 60 something now.
Yeah, you're forgetting how
I'm
far you've
still
advanced.
switching though. So someone 3/4 of my level has more than half of my total hit points.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that's the penalty you pay when you're a wizard rather than a fighter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so part of coming here was it was believed that the guy Gutter had kidnapped the son of one of your captain's friends.
That's right. Dudrick. Is this the bloke we captured?
This is the guy you captured with the cleaver. His weapon is literally called a gutting cleaver.
And it's an axe, I take it.
Oh no, it's actually a looks like a meat cleaver. Except it's serrated and rusty.
Well,
Which means it does leave rather horrific wounds behind.
okay. Well, I presume we've deprived him of said weapon.
You have deprived him of said weapon, and that is the only weapon he had.
So we were trying to rescue someone then. Okay.
Okay, so within the building you do find a corpse that is tied to one of the wooden columns of the building, and it has been gutted. There are runes on the corpse drawn with the victim's own blood, and you can tell that it is Ori, the kidnapped son, and most likely sacrificed before the assassination.
Okay. Well, we've got the captain of the ship with us here. I think Idran, I think his name. Was it Idran? Iden. I wrote Iden down.
Where is she? She is Idian.
Idian.
EIDUNN.
Okay.
Idan. Idan?
Okay, I didn't spell it right then.
It's okay.
I left out a couple of letters.
and he gives Gudrick a offer. Tell them what they want to know, and she will allow him to volunteer to be their sacrifice for their trip, or she will basically draw out his death over the next month.
He's giving you the choice of how to die. Okay.
Yep, he gets either a quick death or a long, drawn-out, painful one.
Okay.
The painful one will probably end up being taken by Ella.
Well, it's generally not a good omen to have that sort of death.
Yeah. Well, he ain't going to. Wherever they go to, the good place.
And while she's doing that, you can see that they do have quite a few barrels of oil here.
Okay. How valuable is like whale oil or something like that?
It is more like pitch oil for lamps.
Okay.
So highly flammable,
Well, I was
very
gonna,
good
I
at
was gonna
sticking
say
to
it sounds
things.
more like they're saving it up for a siege or something.
It looks as if they were lining it up to hit the boatyard. Well, the docks,
Okay.
roughly where all the ships were in the middle of the celebration.
Correct me if I'm wrong, there was only about like 8 of them here, wasn't there?
There were, yes.
So they're going to take on all those people, because there were a hell of a lot of people there.
There were a lot of people there, but they
But
could
it,
literally
but
have rolled them down the hill.
hill.
And if they rolled them down the hill, they could have pretty much done it from a distance.
Okay.
They never said that they expected to actually succeed.
And as Martin said, I think earlier, the people who we're traveling with, there is a lot of inexperienced fighters as well. Like with experienced ones, but they're probably very not outnumbered, but
Yeah.
Well, a well-placed firebomb can do a lot of damage.
And worst case, it breaks up on the crowd and sets the crowd alight.
Mm.
I'm sure it will cause just as much devastation hitting the holy celebration as it would the actual boats themselves.
So what does Dudrick decide to do? He's been given his choice.
He has been given his choice. He is not very strong-willed and decides that the quick death is better for him.
Okay. He takes the place of the sacrifice.
He says,
You'd have to. I can't think of my own
Wow, was it the hot, drinky machine area anyway?
He had-
my hands. Thank you.
gotten word of the warband coming and had been told to waylay it. He can't tell you who told him because he gets it in visions.
Okay.
Hey, Ethereal.
So who's got it in for Iden and her crew?
Wine and Grandkeeper. Yeah, but obviously you're the only one who can do it.
He's not sure, but he does whatever his patron demands.
and who is his patron? Do we want to know that?
I'm not allowed to pat.
I'm
am
not allowed
He says his patron is Fenric, the great devouring wolf.
I? Okay.
Oh.
So do we take him back to the ceremony?
Captain is more than happy to as she starts tying him up.
Well, I don't know. While we're here, look around. Is there anything else
He
here?
sacrificed the kidnap to Fenric.
No, Fenric is Fenric is his god.
Fenrir. It's actually Fenrir. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Fenrir is his god,
But it's
and
the wolf
he's
that
told
devours
to
things, isn't it?
murder the people.
Sorry, I'm only here now before you.
Okay.
Which is probably how you had a werewolf amongst the opponents.
Okay. So is there anything else of interest or consequence in this lodge, or is it just a lodge with a sacrifice in the middle of it?
He does not have much to actually give.
Sort of looking for things that might have information component, but yeah.
Looking around, it does seem that he was a minor setback.
Hello?
He was put in place to be a minor setback from a god who does not want the ocean ports to succeed.
Okay.
And without your intervention, it may not have gone any further. So you may actually be helping the Norse Pantheon.
Okay. Shall we head back to the ceremony?
What did the others say?
I'm more interested in why Fenric wants to stop, or why he wants to interfere like this way.
Well, gods be fickle, as you know.
Yeah.
Chauvel's making 100% certain. How big's this lodge?
The lodge has 2 rooms, a dining hall and a storage hall.
Chauvel's just going to make 100% certain and really clear out the lodge.
Is that you're going to set fire to the barrels?
No, I'm not going to set fire to the barrels. I'm going to do a basically just a perception / investigation of the lodge just to make sure we're not missing anything in here.
Give me an investigation check, and we'll be heading to Yodri and Bradshaw soon because we also have Mark joining us. Mark, would you like to introduce yourself?
No introduction made for the Great Bradshaw. Hi, I'm Bradshaw, Dwarf, Weaponmaster, Warrior of Greatness, and title of Bradshaw the Undying, Bradshaw the Great, Bradshaw the Brilliant.
Great, got another undead.
Okay, so Josh, how did you go with your investigation check?
Got 17.
Okay, having a good look around. You do find a hidden cache of supplies.
Ooh.
Just normal supplies, or
Looking at it, you do find what appears to be 3 hearts, a couple of organs, other organs, and a lot of entrails.
Oh. I found the supply of basically whatever's been gutted.
And each of them have been branded with runes.
Oh. Do you know what kind of runes they are?
I don't know much about this culture, but do they are their dead often burn?
They do burn.
Fire?
They do the Viking funeral.
I'm just wondering whether we just burn the place and the entrails and the corpses all go together. We've got the fuel for it.
You do know in some cultures they actually remove their own organs for safety and can have ways of living without them.
No, okay. Sounds gruesome.
It's just related to lichdom. So lichdom is where the soul is removed, so the body can never be.
So would burning all this stuff or destroying it some other way mean they could not be liches anymore?
Well, it would definitely mean that they would suffer from the missing organs.
I think we're all on the side of not being supporting liches, aren't we? We're against liches. We're on the anti-lich league.
I'm in agreement with that.
Well, it is a form of necromancy that deals with consuming other people's body parts and being able to remove their own for safety. So they're not exactly undead, but they are then immune to certain strikes.
I don't think we're on the same side as this group. I think we're agreed on that.
Yeah, Cheval's very anti-lich, basically.
Okay, well, there's a couple of barrels of oil or pitch.
Close to 20 odd barrels.
Oh my god, that's probably far more than we need.
And yet your firebug didn't want to set them alight.
Our firebug seems to have changed.
That's because he's no longer.
I'm making sure that we're not missing anything.
If we burn the whole place, though, we won't miss anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can Zal do a religion roll on these, like runes and glyphs that are like carved into these people? I'm presuming they're people.
No, these are carved into organs that had been removed from people.
Oh, sorry, organs that have been removed from people. Even better. But still, I'm presuming that's going to be a religion check, or would that be, well, I was thinking occult, but...
Make a religion check and see how you go.
See how I go.
Cheval's going to do the same. because like, this is like sacrificial worship of something, I'm assuming, so...
Yeah.
That's alright. 25 for Cheval.
Though Zal does get advantage.
Okay.
Oh, I get advantage. Okay.
Well, you are a necromancer after all.
I was about to say, it's because you're a necromancer.
Are you really a necromancer, Zal, or just got a family history of it?
No, I do actually have a book. I think I have 2 books on necromancy.
So Zal is a cleric of the life cycle, birth and death, and a wizard of necromancy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm kind of full circle there. I'm 23 for Zal.
Okay, so both Zal and Shruvel both think that this is done via ritual to allow people to gain powers of undeath.
I think we're all agreed we don't like that.
No.
Which means the one without a heart obviously has heart doesn't beat anymore, but they still live.
So if it is true, there's 3 beings out there walking around with no hearts.
3 without hearts, a couple of them without livers, some of them without kidneys, others, one without intestines.
Yeah, I just think burn the
So
lot.
basically a small army of undead.
I think we just burn the lot.
Well, those without hearts generally don't suffer from bleed damage.
Yeah.
Basically, there's nothing
Fine.
pumping around their body.
I don't do bleed damage at the moment, as far as I'm aware, probably other than the fact that my wings stab things very hard and cause bleed damage. So yes,
So what? Liver protection from poison?
it would have a lot of things like that, yes. It means things that would affect said organ have no effect on them.
Okay. With the guy who's about to be sacrificed, can you check to see if he actually is missing any organs? Because if you're going to burn him, yeah, that means that you're probably going to kill him before the sacrifice.
We're not burning him. We're taking him to be our sacrifice, but we're going to burn his humble abode, basically, with all his sacrificial stuff in it.
If you're going to do that, it means that we have to sit and watch the fire due to the fact we don't want it spreading.
Or you can just let the person who's dealt with fire do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so as Yodri will be joining them shortly.
That's right.
What? You mean this?
Yodri's still on it. No, you're still on the boat. You never came with us to this.
Oh, okay, cool.
You missed out on the sortie up on the castle that had to be.
Yeah, the castle to be.
I'm sure they will talk up the tale of how this small little building turned out to be this magnificent castle they assaulted.
Yep.
No, I don't.
Well, you're no fun. I will.
Well, I'm going to be making sure this ship is shipshape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you do with the barrels?
Cheval will delicately even out the spacing between all the barrels across the lodge, and then using probably one of the barrels will create a trail out the lodge so that she can just use basically a spark to ignite the trail up to the lodge.
And what do you do with the organs?
Could we get some, dry grass or something, soak it in the pitch, put it on top of the organs, so that.
So we could even just leave the organs inside the.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're burning these organs. Everything about
Just make sure that they die. They are burned.
So I will give Zal an insight roll.
I was about to say, are we sure that burning them is actually, how is that going to affect that? And I presume that's why I'm doing the insight roll. Because that question was literally about to come out in my
If not, I have small daggers that can stab every organ there. So.
Insight, ooh, that's a really good roll. Insight 27.
Okay, so you are curious to see with the voice of Yodri in the ear mentioning earlier that channeling Yodri is that you probably want to check Gudrick Gutter to see if he's actually missing any organs before you cremate them all.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to find another willing sacrifice for your trip.
Yeah, because if they get burnt, then he loses his magical abilities. How would I examine him? So would it just be?
He would most likely have scars and potentially a imprinted rune of where the organ used to be.
That's what I was going to say. He would have runes on his body.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go up to the shieldman.
Yep.
And just explain that to her. Just say hang on, before we go burning these things, I want to check this guy over.
She says you're the expert. Good luck, Doc.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a cleric of Yamuga who has knowledge on necromantic necromantic dealing. Totally legit, right? Because if we burn his organs, or if he is done this sacrifice to be it's basically immortal, right? Or just long-lived?
It means that he gains immunities to various things.
Oh, immunities. Okay. Yeah. So he will either drop dead before he becomes a sacrifice, or which he probably was hoping for. So sorry to ruin your fun there, mate. So I'm going to check you over to see that you haven't done that to yourself.
Okay, so checking him over, he is missing his heart.
And there you go.
And it looks like he's also missing his, what appears to be his liver.
And we wouldn't know which.
Well, you got one liver and you've got 3 hearts.
Oh, okay. So we got 1 liver and 3 hearts, and the rest are other things.
The rest are other organs.
And he's only got 2.
It seems he wasn't very high up in the organization. And if you weren't using magic to attack the other guys, you probably would not have killed them.
So does that mean we take 3 hearts and a liver with us?
Yeah, so we take the 3 hearts and we take the liver, because we'll have to burn them later.
We'll sacrifice them all. One of them will be willing.
Well, presumably, when we destroy them, they will just die, right?
That is correct.
Yeah. So if there's people that just like fall over in the crowd, we'll know why.
You will.
Can we get him to tell us who the other people are?
He says he doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Was that an honest answer or was that a lie?
Yeah, I was about to say, is that an honest answer? Do I feel he's telling me the truth because he's all tied up and doesn't really have much of a choice, or?
Well, he has given his word he won't lie. And, well, he was going to give you all the information you asked for.
Okay.
Right. I mean...
But he was someone who was doing sabotage and
Yeah, no,
that sort of thing. So his word may not mean that much.
Yeah.
Would it be deception to check against it?
It would be insight is the best thing to tell you things.
Well, I'd like an insight check if I can.
I would also like insight check is
And I've got expertise on this particular feature. And I roll rubbish. Okay, let's hope Zal rolls something reasonable.
So what did you get overall?
I got to 16.
You do believe him.
I believe him. Okay.
I got a 26.
Zal does believe him, but Zal does think that it's probably his bosses, who he might not know who they are.
Yeah, right. So he's telling the truth that he doesn't know them, but that he knows.
It may actually be no one important at all because if it's if it's the boss, you kind of think that the boss would do a better job of hiding his important organs.
Well, his boss is probably down in the monster people.
Yeah.
And and he left one of his minions to guard the stash that was very hard to find. He would have survived burning down the place if you hadn't have dug it out.
Okay.
My question is, do each of the hearts have a different rune on them? Like, can we distinguish or match the rune to this guy?
They all have the same. They all have the same rune, as does all the other organs.
And the matching rune on this gun on Dudrick is
makes you think it's representing Fenrir.
Okay.
Right. Well, I mean, it was a good idea, but.
So it is amusing that I have 5 different flag signs for Vikings. You've got a warning sign, a turn back sign, a flank sign, a board sign, and a swear word sign.
Okay.
Swear word sign.
Yep.
How dare you ram our boat? Swear word sign.
Don't cut me off, bastard.
Yeah.
That they have a set of horn sounds when they're using their horns to pass information, and one of them is also a swear word.
That's hilarious.
Is it literally just yelling a swear word into a horn?
Well, it's one short note represents a swear word. So it's like a quick beep on a horn.
Well, so it's basically like when you drive a car and someone pisses you off, you just go. "Eh."
There are 2 blankets on there, Gary.
And then
On the
swear
table.
behind the windshield.
The intent was there.
Oh, you're so cozy.
Yeah, we just wrap them around there to keep them away from the cat,
Yep.
who's now looking at us rather questioningly.
Yeah, you wouldn't let me pat you.
Euron is like, I know you're talking about me. How dare
Yeah,
you?
I know.
Yeah. So
You're talking at me.
So yes, you can take the 4 organs in question back with you and burn the rest. Or you can take all of them back and see if people kill over as you destroy them.
I mean, either option, I guess. I think I would rather not carry around a whole bunch of organs and only take the ones we need to take.
I prefer not to
Being
have to
the
cake
3 halves of
either.
the.
Depends on how you'd like to deliver your vengeance. In person or at a distance.
I mean, maybe that's up to the Shield Maiden. What would she like to do? That's kind
Well, she points at Chauvel and says, well, you have your angel of vengeance there. Shouldn't she decide?
of no.
Oh, you're the angel of vengeance. Oh, wow.
Well, that's a black angel.
Yeah, okay.
You don't really expect a black angel to be the angel of puppies and goodwill.
No, I agree.
Sunshine and rainbows.
So, you are now the angel of vengeance, Chauvel.
Angel of diversity.
Would you like to see everyone keel over in the one place, or just a few people?
I reckon I'm on the same boat as everyone else. It's just like, take what we need, the rest we can burn. Because we're doing the Vikings a favor, and we're keeping this guy alive so they can then sacrifice him for their sake.
Please note for the record that Chauvel has agreed with Lal.
Can you have a little angel sitting on his shoulder?
I'm sure Chauvel would really need a little angel sitting on his shoulder, but at this point, he's not really receiving visitors right now.
Yeah, because you might think that, burning them now, killing them off would actually alert that we actually know that they're there.
I don't care if they know.
I mean, oh no, they know, and whoever is still left standing, we actually have their organs still, so... Damn. Oh, man.
But they might be the big boss.
That again, that
Yeah,
doesn't matter. We literally have their heart, and if we stab their heart,
We literally have hostages right now.
Okay, so you satellite your trail of oil. It quickly engulfs the place with a couple of detonations as each barrel goes.
Mm-hmm.
So a full 12 detonations by the end.
Okay. That's pretty impressive.
Mm. And you get to walk back to the celebrations with fireworks going off behind you. Or at least a big flaming pillar on a rocky ledge.
Explosions.
Well, it's a way to make an entrance.
Mm.
It's that action movie scene where the heroes walk away from the flame.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it came through because both Josh and I talked over each other saying, cool guys, don't look at explosions.
Okay, so back to the town, and we have both of our characters who have been away are now finding themselves at this Norse celebration after both of them being memories of traveling with their groups, getting into mischief, and then suddenly time changed and they were elsewhere. Yodri had spent a couple of months' time in the far north looking for the halfling community before coming back.
So let me guess, I've no longer got Odin's tankard.
You no longer have Odin's tankard because technically you didn't collect it.
Bugger. That would have been a great way to bless this journey.
You could have blessed the journey quite nicely. But unfortunately someone rewrote time.
Yeah.
And Bradshaw had spent some time back with the dwarves of Rockholm before they sent him on his way out to deal for some stuff for Redrian.
Oh. I could go home, say hi to Mum, my brother, who still doesn't want to talk to me. I don't know why, he's just a strange character, that guy. And yeah, good to see home, then get kicked out. Okay, off you go.
Well, your entire family has residences above ground.
Okay, cool. I don't have to go down, okay, cool.
Well, that's also part of the shame of the family. No one in the family has the right to go underground.
Oh yes, I kind of stuffed that one up, so yeah.
Well, they had already been dishonoured from a previous generation.
Yeah, but that sure doesn't help the situation sometimes either, so I'll won't deny that.
Well, just so you know, it was also Amdrak on the Tuesday night that also contributed because he destroyed the clan relic.
So we can blame him.
You can blame him.
Okay.
Do you have a angst?
Oh, actually, it was actually on the Friday group. I thought it was, I forgot which group he was in because it was in two groups. So it was the Friday group. He destroyed the relic. Yes. So these guys remember the clan that you belonged to, clan relic going up in smoke as one of the inheritors of the clan wished it dead.
Well, that was
Isn't
good, isn't it? Yeah.
So does that make Brad for a cousin to Cheval?
Oh no, he was never a cousin of Chevelle. He was a cousin of Amdrak.
No. I think Zal is more related to Emdrak and that family.
Zal is related to Amdrak. Zal is also related to Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Reincarnation is an interesting family tree.
Yes, it is. Well, I'll hang with Mum and my brother. She tries to give me another goat. I say, I've already got a goat. Do I still have my same goat that Drazzle gave me?
You still have the same goat that Drazzle gave you?
The other goat doesn't want to come near the other goat, so it's all good. So.
And you made your way out to join a fleet going off into the Ostland region to do some Viking training, as they say.
I've done this before in my younger years. So it's still old stuff for me. So
you were still in your younger years?
I know, but I'm in younger years, so it's my mid-teens. So, yeah.
Okay, so yes, and you found out that your cousin Zal from a really broken family tree was here.
Oh.
And by the time you found out Zal was here, he had already gone off on a walk on the cliffs, not really telling everyone what they were doing. And you run into the infamous pirate Yodri, who has been noted for the crime of crashing a supply ship from the gnomes into the side of a dwarven mountain.
That's a pretty big issue. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it was one of those things that they were doing a relief shipment to save a bunch of people. So it was actually one of the few gnome atrocities that made its name through the dwarven lands.
So, this dwarf actually does believe in gnomes?
Well, I'll let you find out eventually. That's what I'll say.
And so yes, you do recognise him as you run into him.
Or he is actually a gnome in disguise.
No, not that far. I haven't gone that far, trust me. No. That's from Pathfinder, yeah.
And Yodri recognises Bradshaw as the dwarf who married a halfling.
That's right. My wonderful assassin, master assassin wife. She's wonderful.
And so, from Yodri's perspective, that's one of the expectations of how the halflings will get their revenge on the dwarves.
Through Bradshaw, yeah.
They're just waiting for the reports of how many royalty gets killed off from the halflings within the dwarven lands.
Yeah, I'm not happy with that situation, but I'm stuck between a assassin wife and family, so yeah.
Hey, welcome to the matriarch.
Oh, look, well, my wife has a way of just wording things in a way that I just have to go, yes, man, so, yeah.
Yeah, how everything works.
Yeah. Well, she's wonderful, wonderful lady. But
She is a master assassin.
she's a master assassin. Well, hey, it's our first date was in a pub, which she killed all the people in the pub for me. So there you go. That's how it works. So
Okay.
yeah, you don't mess with that kind of thing. So yeah.
Okay, so as you guys catch up, you see the others coming down the along the cliff path with what appears to be a captive.
Oh, okay. I'll look at Rod. So what's your character name already, else? Jeff, is it?
Audrey.
Godric.
And in the distance behind them, quite a thick plume of black smoke going up into the sky.
Where are they off to, Godric?
Practice, they said.
Actus.
And Yodri had only also known that they had gone north for something, but Yodri hadn't been travelling with them, and this was his chance of catching up.
Okay. So what do I see of the three people coming towards me, as I don't know anyone's?
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll start off with Anton in front.
Yeah.
Anton is a scrawny young man in ash grey hide armour and a drab grey cloak with matching boots. He carries a rod, a red-brown staff carved with elaborate runes, and two wicked-looking weapons, a dagger and an iron pick. He has a horrible scar on his left cheek, and dull black scales cover his hands. He also has a tiny little dragon flying nearby.
Oh, okay. That was a...
Behind him is coming Zal.
Zal looks like a sort of a typical Ethengarian ranger, but there's a few interesting bits and bobs that hang off his belt. So you're not quite entirely sure what Zal is on first glance, but you think ranger.
It looks very similar to Plowman kind of look, kind of thing, I assume.
I think a Mongolian. I think unless with Mongolian looking.
Yeah, that sounds like my previous best friend in the other party. So yeah.
Yeah.
If I do see signs after going, I do feel I know kind of where you're from, kind of thing. So yeah. Yeah.
Person, yeah.
Coming next is what appears to be a Ethengarian shield maiden. A Viking shield maiden. And dressed in chainmail with an axe and a shield, and looking quite menacing in the sense that she's the tallest amongst them so far, standing over 6 foot in height.
She towers over Anton.
Behind her is the captive, who is well trussed up on a spear that is carried between her and Chauvel.
Okay.
Do you look at Chauvel?
I look at all these. I did kind of give you all like a up and down kind of look.
Okay.
Trying
If you're going from front to back, when you get to Chevelle, you get Paladin screamed into your brain.
Great part pending.
No, it's so far better than Dimitri. It's okay.
So yes, you get that screamed into your head, but you definitely see a holy warrior. However, she probably has a little bit of a concerned look. But you also see blackened wings on Chevelle.
Okay.
Are they bat wings? I can't remember.
They look blackened, hard to tell if they're bat or feathered.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I can describe myself if you want that as well.
as well, and coming behind, you see Drazzle, who is currently walking in at about 8 feet tall, with very dark scales and wings, but a dark blue.
I acknowledge Drazzle, so.
And we'll get Yodri to describe himself as you've met up with him in the celebrations.
Yes, I am currently dressed flamboyantly at the moment, like the traditional pirate outfit type thing. But I can actually change it on a whim. I love the summer. So I actually can suit the times. I could probably just look like a Viking if I want to. Halfling Viking. Now and then you'll see a little icy imp sitting on his shoulder called Storm, but he normally is invisible. Keep on forgetting that he sits on my shoulder. But now and then he does get play card games with the pseudo dragon, which I'm sure the pseudo dragon cheats. Other than that, he's quite cheerful that he's no longer suffering his curse of unable to drink.
That's okay. Just pick a card from the pseudo dragon. I'm sure all your problems will go away.
Yeah.
Okay, so with Rachel, he's comes from like a soldier or city watch background as a dwarf, but he's mithril chainmail, sold shield, a warhammer, but it doesn't look like a dwarven warhammer. It looks like maybe another race close to the dwarves kind of thing. But he looks like he's fully plated. Looks like he looks quite young for a dwarf too. So a bit younger than you would expect most dwarves that you've seen around the place kind of thing. So.
Oh no, he is the age you'd expect most dwarves to be who aren't busily running shops.
That's true. Yeah.
So you would recognise he's a dwarf on what they call spring break, ages between 30 and 50.
Yeah, it's a good spring break so far.
When they don't actually want their youthful, chaotic children around home.
That's a bit harsh, I think, Martin, but yes, okay.
While the humans of Karamikos, the Traldarans, and the people ruling there also have their thing they call the shearing, where at a certain age the young are given a cloak with a ragged edge and sent off into the world to find their name. And not all of them come back. It's exactly the same sort of thing of, well, we don't want the young juveniles around causing havoc. Let them go out in the world and cause it somewhere else.
That does sound like brochure in some sort of way. He also has a nice big black goat mount, which I think...
Which is currently not with you.
Oh, really?
It would not fit on the Viking boat.
Oh, okay.
It has been left in Norvik.
Okay. Well, I don't have that with it, but as I said, it pretty much looked like a dwarf warrior, I think 5 foot in the dwarves, I think, 4 5 foot.
4 foot to 4.5 feet.
Yeah.
So you can actually be bigger than some humans.
You might notice, if you guys have met my relatives, you might notice some sort of clan motifs on some of my armour, so...
Okay, so yes, you end up catching up with these two who have their own tales to tell about what they've been doing in the last 3 months.
Oh, hey everyone. And I introduced myself as Bradshaw. Yeah, because I've met these people before, I should.
You have met these people before through Redrian's Inn,
It's S2E11, yeah.
the Knights Rebellion.
Yeah. And I said, hi, Drassel, it's good to see you again. It's been a while.
He pats you on top of the head.
Yeah, well, he does. It's all good. So, what have we been up to since we last got up?
Walking, he says.
Walking. Walking's good. Okay. Anything else you would like to fill me in with? I mean,
Writing.
writing? Okay. That's you, Drassel. Yeah.
Basil's also booked us on this cruise. A holiday cruise.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Well, I'm keen for a cruise. Pretty good. See new things. Enjoy life. Have fun.
Learning about this culture, but anyway.
Yeah. This cruise is what kind of ship are we on? Do you know? Or?
it's a dragon boat.
Dragon boat.
Yeah, with row. We have to row.
We have to row.
Yes.
It's a working cruise.
Oh well, I've been on holiday for a bit. I need to get some pain back in, I suppose. I think to flex the muscles.
And as there have been some openings on the crew, you definitely help fill out the roster.
That's alright. I'll fill in. I'm happy to help out. I'm a bit rusty with my strength training, so.
And it turns out you're just in time to witness a sacrifice to the god Aegir or Proteus. As I'm sure you remember dealing with the Proteus trident in your past.
I do remember a certain weapon with Proteus linked to it, yes. When I hear that name, I do shudder a little bit, just to feel a little bit of yeah, okay.
Okay, so you are greeted by the High Priest, who asks if your sacrificial victim is willing.
Define willing.
Well, I mean, he is willing. We gave him one of two options.
Does he say he's willing? Do you prompt him in any way?
I'm hoping he remembers what we said at the.
Well, currently
at the lodge.
you're holding him up with the Viking shield maiden.
But we haven't gagged him though.
No, you haven't gagged him, but Chauvel does have the option to remind him.
And we also have a sack with his heart in it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, whoever has the sack can give it a bit of a jiggle.
I'm not carrying the sack.
I believe it is carried by Chauvel, who just mentioned the sack. Apparently you've got the one end of the spear and the sack.
Oh, I've got both. Alright.
This poor person.
Yes. This evil thing that we've got attached to a stick.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised he's not answering.
Yeah.
Well, I was giving Chauvel a chance to roleplay at that point because, hey.
Oh, sorry.
I will. Yes, I will basically dangle the bag, in an enticing way to remind him of what we set up at the lodge.
Okay, while he's doing that, I'm going to give Anton a perception roll.
A perception?
Check to see if he's still alive.
Listening or just ordinary perception?
Just ordinary perception based on sight.
I'm sucking that, guys. I get to a spectacular total of 13.
13, okay, yes. Apparently, dangling of the sack here is quite interesting.
Okay.
As you can see, the guy on the spear groan a little bit.
Okay.
Apparently, he can feel it.
Oh, good. Okay.
And he goes. He does volunteer at that point. Yes, I volunteer. I'll do it.
I was going to prod the sack.
Well, the other thing is you could literally put the heart on top of a candle and watch it burn over many days.
I'm not that mean.
Oh, the Shield Maiden is.
I know the Shield Maiden is, as described up at the we can kill you over the span of 6 months.
Well, she intended it for a month, but if you think you could do 6 months, she would definitely be impressed.
I mean, I've got a burning dagger and I can just touch the heart, so...
Okay, so...
That's one definitely way of,
Getting heartburn?
yeah, heartburn.
Okay, so he does volunteer, and you, with the help of the Shield Maiden, take him up to the sacrificial altar for assistance because of his currently broken legs.
Wait,
I didn't think we broke his leg. He must be from dangling all the time.
Oh no, the Shield Maiden accidentally did that at one point during the trip.
oh, I was gonna say, when did we break his legs? I don't remember this. I don't remember
Well,
this
it's one way
happening.
stopping him running away.
Well, it does, did make her feel better for the damage he caused to her friend's son. Well, the murder he did to her friend's son. So, unsurprisingly, he doesn't seem to die with the actual sacrifice.
But I was going to
Wouldn't,
suggest
wouldn't we tell the priest that, oh, by the way,
we'll have to add these
here's
hearts.
here's the sack of his heart?
This needs to get... How actually are they sacrificing them?
They basically take him to an altar and do a ritual sacrifice with a dagger.
Okay, well, you'll need to actually do this, take these as well.
But the problem is we don't know which heart is his.
Oh, well. All three.
One
and
and
the
three,
liver.
right?
Technically, there's a 1 in 3 chance.
No,
We
there
could-
is a way to find out. You just prick it and see if he reacts.
Yeah?
So does Chauvel do this?
Yeah, I do what I mentioned, and I just kind of, using my Tinder Strike dagger, just kind of touch each heart until he twitches.
Okay, so the first 2 hearts cause different screams in the crowd.
I was about to say,
Oh!
why didn't we do this earlier?
Well, they're
Try
here.
and find and see where their screams came from.
That's because they didn't think about trying.
Yeah, we didn't think about trying at the
I
lodge.
didn't really think that they'd be in the crowd.
I did say, can we, like, how can we find out if it's his? And my suggestion was the symbol, but I kind of meant in general as well, but that's fine.
Yes, they
Well,
bundled them up too
we
quickly.
didn't know that if we jiggled like the things around in the sack that it'll cause discomfort.
So yes, you have figured out which is his heart by identifying 2 others that it belongs to.
Cool.
Can we identify the people who screamed in the crowd?
Yeah, that's easy. You just continue pricking it and follow where the screaming comes from.
Or actually, we could just straight up like burn those hearts, like now.
Don't you want to find out who the more
Well,
information?
they're the bosses, aren't they? That's right.
Well, there might be just more underlings.
Would an underling actually be given this privilege of being immortal?
Well, they're not necessarily immortal. They just can't be killed easily.
So I give the guy's heart to the priest as I say, do your sacrificial ritual on this.
Also the liver too, actually.
That too.
Okay. So, he finishes his ceremony with a stab to the heart, and you see the guy grab his chest and fall over, with blood spurting out from where his heart should be.
We love undead magic. Yay!
Well, he technically wasn't undead. He literally had basically his heart preserved. And he was going to age normally and die. Just he couldn't have his blood spilled because his heart had been kept elsewhere. Okay, so finding the other two, they are priestesses
Priestesses of what?
of what appears to be Odin.
Okay, well.
Why would priestesses of Odin go through a Fenric ritual?
They wouldn't.
So,
They're not priestesses of Odin?
They only appear to be priestesses of Odin.
Yeah, they've put themselves in their ranks basically.
And they may literally have gone through all of the training and history as a plant.
Mm-hmm.
And it would explain how they knew about the ceremony and what was happening and how they got into the crowd without anyone noticing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because the priestesses have a lot of power.
So do you want to use your tinder knife on these two remaining hearts?
Well, the thing is, like,
they wanted answers, didn't they? So
yeah, they have answers for us. So I'll get the Shield Maiden, and I think we'll start interrogating these priestesses if they don't want to, start running.
Okay, so the shield maiden grabs one of the hearts and asks questions by squeezing the heart.
Ah. Yep.
Sal's not entirely comfortable with this form of questioning.
Well, it
I
does.
get it, but
It does seem to break her concentration, and she does seem to struggle a lot. And you do find out she had been placed here as a child, having had her heart removed as a child, and basically had to give information to Fenric, or her heart would stop beating.
wow.
Do we believe it?
Give me a sense motive roll. I'm sure you'll do well with these dice again.
No, I've changed D20. Oh, for God's sake, it's worse.
Is this the dice of shame?
No, it's his own dice.
Oh, it's their dice.
Yes.
16 I get to.
16. She sounds very believable.
Yeah, okay.
Very earnest.
Sorry, what was it? Was it insight?
Sense motive.
That was insight, which is sense motive.
I've rolled a 2, 3, and a 4.
21 for Sal?
Zal also believes her. She's very believable.
Okay.
Cheval's busy learning about torture techniques from the Shield Maiden with a solid sense motive of 8.
Yes, you are mimicking her moves with the other heart.
Perfect.
So you do notice that the heart does tend to blacken in your hands.
Is that fire type blacken or is it different sort of blacken?
Fire type blacken.
Okay.
No, because remember, he literally disintegrated the other people into ashes.
Yes, he's the Ashbringer.
And give me a strength saving throw.
A strength saving throw?
Yeah.
Glad
Yeah,
it's you, not me.
otherwise gonna squeeze the heart too hard.
Oh.
Is my guess.
Does it pop like a water balloon?
The answer is yes.
That's a natural 20.
Okay, you
25.
you feel a crack in your hand as you realize you have turned the heart to stone and shattered it.
What?
Oh boy.
As you watch the other priestess petrify and then shatter.
That was impressive, Chauvel. That really was.
Oh.
What an
Zal kind
and
of
there
looks
is
at
there's a bit of
Chauvel
a
in horror.
there is a clap from all the Vikings and some of them going, "Can you do that again?"
It was impressive. I'll give you that.
You do have another heart.
And the Shield Maiden does look at you with impressed eyes. She's never seen anyone do that before.
You've got a fan.
I've got a whole army of fans at the moment.
Yeah, your electricity bill must be enormous.
I mean, last time this happened, I managed to get a whole town to worship.
Yeah. You said somebody else is now giving you power.
So the thing is that I haven't prayed yet to figure out who's going to answer.
I suggest you find out, due to the fact that I've got a sneaking suspicion the whoever has influenced you is actually wanting to be silent. Basically, they silenced one of the priestesses.
Well, we'll see.
Because
We'll
you
see.
normally do not petrify people. You normally, it would have been burning. It would have been a quick cremation.
Well, you actually believe you basically instantly burnt all liquid out of the body.
He turned them into like onyx or like
Yeah.
Like,
I basically evaporated anything liquid to the heart.
And the body at the same time. And then it just shattered in your hands.
That is impressive, Chauvel.
So Chauvel has leveled up.
Can I investigate Chauvel's mess that he's made?
The mess in Chauvel's hand and on the ground is literally just has a look of dust more than anything else.
So ash, basically. Lots of ash.
It doesn't look burnt, it just feels like dust. Nothing's holding it, nothing held the thing together when he broke the heart.
Oh.
Yeah, as I said, like
Chauvel, the
you've made it
Made it so dry it turned to dust.
You basically made it like charcoal, a heart.
We've got Zal the heart taker, and we've got Chauvel the heart breaker.
If I can't get really anything out of looking at the ashy remains of this person.
Well, you looking at it, you don't get any feeling that there is even an ounce of life in any of the or flesh or matter at all in any of the remains.
Zal kind of is like. Zal is like, and you think my family is bad.
Well, technically, Chauvel is your family.
I was about to say, I'm just confused. I don't know what's going on.
Chauvel seemed to have disintegrated the person.
I did disintegrate the person.
Yeah, Zal kind of just like stands up, looks at Chauvel, and is just like, dude, really?
I look at Zal and shrug. I'm like,
I was like, I think you and me need to have a conversation later.
I think me and whoever picks up my prayer needs to have a conversation later.
And you do hear the chant for the Dark Angel going around the crowds.
Yep.
Well, you are something in their culture, a Valkyrie come to life.
Yeah.
A literal
yeah.
Dark Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Valkyries
Well,
were not
we
the
get
nice
the
ones.
Angel of Vengeance.
And the Shield Maiden offers you the other heart and says, "You want to try again?"
Yeah, I want to see it again. I'll watch closely. I want to see this happen.
Have we got all the information out of the priestess before,
As far as she can tell, the priestess was abducted as a child and forced into
Okay.
servitude.
Easy. So basically, before I smite this into dust, basically.
They technically we're a innocent party, but they haven't done innocent things.
Yes,
Is
it's long
is
since
what I'm
they
getting.
it's long since they crossed the line from innocence to nastiness.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
They've gone long enough with this. So yeah, I'll take the heart and
Give me a strength saving throw.
not as good. 23.
Okay, as you grab it this time, you see black flames score the heart, and then you see black flames erupt out of the priestess's chest.
Oh.
As she seems to be in agony for half an hour as you burn through the heart.
Ooh.
Okay, I need to figure out who is talking to me.
So clearly either the person that you killed to start with hadn't really done too much bad stuff, and this person has, or you just because you didn't know what you were doing, or don't know what you're doing.
What I'm doing? I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
I really picked the wrong moment to walk into the room. I'm just looking for my notebooks for the D&D campaign.
Poor Calcrix is like
so that
somehow
I can catch up on
mind
when
linked with Zal and has got this conversation.
Yeah, no, look, yeah.
Calcrix is like, just checking in. Oh wait.
I'm like, oh, like, this is a good time to make sure I'm catching up on all my journals. There's research that I want to do. I've got 50 tabs open on my laptop about dragons and time travel and all sorts of things in D&D. And I just hear, you may have killed the person who hadn't done anything bad. And I'm just like,
No. She's done bad things, but probably it's either less bad things or it's Chevelle doesn't know what they're doing.
I said wrong time to walk into the room, really.
Maybe it's
So
just
it-
a
Wrong time.
Zal. So just for your peace of mind, Zal has kind of endorsed it because they have done bad things.
That's okay. I'm mostly just teasing you guys. I just happened to walk in the room and this is
I mean, you would have heard it on the recording later and just gone, guys.
Martin, I hate to do this right now,
Yep.
but the screen you're on is currently wrong. I've got Discord of Elliot, Jeremy, Martin, Rhiannon, and Sean, which is absolutely...
Yeah, that's
utter.
Wednesday.
Okay. Let me see. What have I got up there?
You've got
Big
Wednesdays. Yeah. You've got Wednesdays.
There we go.
Slash screen.
Yeah.
I clicked on the wrong one when I switched over to the map.
Yeah.
It
So
does
you
that
had
every
right
now and then.
before, but yeah, this one. Our characters are right.
Hey, you do know I click on the wrong things on occasion. We did go for an entire year where we had the videos up on YouTube as Wednesday night.
Yes. Yeah, I know. Because I think I noticed it and I was like, wait.
No, I pointed it out when I figured it out, and I realized we've been doing it for over a year.
Cheval of the Black Flame. Could it be the fact that you've got aspects of darkness and fire, and when you put them together, you get black flame? Could that be it?
But it would have happened before now, surely, because he's had dark aspect for months.
But also do remember that my god was still messaging me for months, and also he hasn't been in contact with me.
And
So
Chauvel has been
whatever
going.
could be the dark aspect could be saying hello.
And Chauvel has been going through a crisis of faith for the last year.
Okay. Maybe you've come through on the other side now.
Yes, there was a whole year of testing morals, basically. Chauvel's been sweating about what to do.
And you, and once the person finally dies and leaving a pile of ashen bones behind, you hear the gong of the churches around you, and the priest announces that justice has prevailed.
Okay, well, I'm assuming that's a good thing.
I think just cheering
We-
and
we-
applause.
We came here to help these people. So if they're cheering with gongs and celebration, then
It's a bit of a catch-22 there. Yes, vengeance might have been, yeah, a little bit brutal. Zol, as I said, Zol was not totally on board with burning them to death. Yes, they needed to pay for their crimes, but that wasn't the way I'd do it. But okay, what's done is done.
Well, if other people see what's going to happen to them if they do the same thing, they now have some idea of what sort of punishment they may get.
Yeah. Go see the angel of dark vengeance will get you in your sleep, kiddies. Don't do it.
And I'm sure Bradshaw is thinking, is this party better than the last one?
Technically,
I'm
yes.
100% has made Dimitri, so I am perfectly happy right now.
From what I've heard of Wednesdays, I think the answer is still yes.
Yes, I think look, Em's right. Em's 100% right based on Wednesday's group. It was
So how many times did God thrown up on Wednesday night?
no, we just hated every member of the party hated each other. That's all it was. Yeah.
Well, to give you an idea of how dysfunctional the party was, I gave Mark a piece of paper to say when he steps out of the room, he's friendly and helpful.
And then all the parties started attacking me. So there you go.
So for one scene, he was a doppelganger, and it lasted about one sentence before they turned on him.
Okay.
Yes, it was the first time in about 100 sessions that he was friendly and helpful.
he's a mimic. Get him.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like David's going, kill him. That's something virtual. And I said, hey Dimitri, I'll help you out. And Dimitri's just going, that can't be possible, that's not right. Yeah, it's like, yeah. So I was like, yeah, I think I played a very good doppelganger, but yeah, it was like, oh well. I knew exactly as soon as Mara gave me the line, going, oh, this doppelganger's dead. Okay.
So yes, I believe he's happy with a group of people he can be friendly towards and not have them kill him.
Well, they seem to be more togetherness, I'll call it, so far. So yeah.
Okay, so yes, you find that you have received a blessing of Odin and Proteus for your journey. You'll be setting out with a bunch of ships for a quest on the ocean.
So we've not only appeased Proteus, but we've appeased Odin because we've found spies.
You have found people who were misrepresenting who they were and undermining Odin's worship in his own temples.
Yeah, we found the spies. Yeah.
You found heretics in the church.
In the church, yeah.
And as we have what appears to be an angel of vengeance amongst them, they are very happy that she's on their side.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
I still have no idea what's going on.
Okay. So, you are now counted amongst the 100 sailors about to sail at dawn.
you said about that to have long rest, you have to actually, do something for worship. Else, well, participate in the, in whatever ceremonies they have, as lay people, not as sort of real people who know what the hell's going on.
So, all the Norse ceremonies of worship involve drinking.
Do they? Okay.
They don't seem to have an event that doesn't involve drinking.
Okay.
Oh, I was in heaven right now.
Well,
Heaven.
not to excess, because you've got to get up the next morning.
Yeah, thanks for those.
They've probably conveniently noted that Zal either hasn't been drinking or has been drinking out of his own flask, which Zal will also conveniently not tell them what that flask is.
Chauvel would like to take 15 minutes to pray and see who answers, and then we'll join in the festivities of the Nordics.
Okay.
We need to check on Zal's drinking problem.
Yeah, my drinking problem. Yeah, guys. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
As soon as Buckley was drinking, he's right straight in there. No stopping him. So
Okay, I'm just going to look up one of the god names so I can tell you who actually answers Chauvel.
So Yodri, if Yodri asks about what Zal is drinking,
I know what you're drinking. The thing is, you don't drink. I know you don't drink. I'm just wondering, saying, so you don't even drink fermented milk?
Probably really, unless it was for like a ritual. But I don't even know if Ethengar has any rituals that require. I don't think we do, but it's been a while since I've been in a full Ethengarian ritual. I mostly miss them because I've been traveling.
No.
Okay, so over to Josh. You are answered by the goddess known as Sif.
Sif.
You're
Sif.
SIF, not
Yeah.
SITH. Well, you can use the other one if you like.
I only know a sister of Marvel.
No, it's Sif. Lady Sif.
You also know her as Majura from the Cinder Seers.
Don't you have her mark from way back when?
It was not the one that she had followed. That was her had been followed by Camdu.
Oh no, that's right. It was followed by Camdu. I did recognize the name though.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm listening in or anything, but
And she has said you champion her cause.
Sounds good.
What would be thy cause?
Warrior women. Fight and justice.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that explains so much now. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
It's about the way out.
And she basically does lead the Valkyries.
you found your new god.
I need to go find some new holy symbols.
And just so you know, she is also a fire god.
The black fire.
Yeah,
I'm not hearing any downside to this.
I'm not either.
Until the other god works out, hey, I'm missing someone.
But he hasn't answered Chauvel for like 2 years.
I'm a pawn in Tuvak's plan.
Yeah, every time I hear his name, I'm thinking of a bloody rapper.
Yeah, so you know that is her holy symbol.
Wait, that looks cool.
Nice.
What, the Dagger and sickle, or the red flame and the black serpent?
Short sword and sickle, and the woman's visage above it.
Yeah.
Most of the energy gods can use the flame symbol itself.
Yeah.
That is the generic holy symbol for the gods of energy.
Well, I need to find a way to get that holy symbol, because honestly, if this is the way that Cheval's going to be, if this is the patron that answered Cheval's prayer, it's the patron that I will follow.
And you look down, it's actually the symbol you're now wearing.
Way cool.
I think also you probably asked the shield maiden on what other things.
Well, Cheval will probably feel very happy once her prayer is answered, and definitely join in the festivities of drinking.
Okay. You do find that drink doesn't seem to affect you much.
Ooh.
Also, that's how they do it.
Yes.
Well, that there is a drawback to being some of the gods' followers.
Yeah, but it explains why they can drink so much and function.
You actually feel with alcohol in your system, you're more alert than when you don't have it.
So it's like coffee, but alcohol.
Yes, and that's how you fly gnomish flying machines. You have to be drunk while flying it.
So you're taking notes, essentially. You're treating.
No, I already know. That's how you fly the damn things.
So what you're saying is that what happens is that you sobered up halfway through your journey.
No, I sobered up right at the end of it.
Okay, so what does anyone else get up to anything overnight while you're having lots of drink?
Halfrix creeps in and draws on everyone's faces and then disappears.
So, what are we actually doing other than doing a quest? What's the quest for?
They say for Odin.
While I'm drinking with my fellow Vikings, I'll just ask about common things, see if I pick up anything that might help us on our journey. So,
a lot of them are looking forward to the journey because there's a chance to get rare beer.
Is this a raid?
Questions about this? I'm very interested.
It's a journey, they say.
Yeah, okay, it's a raid. So who are we going to raid?
The undeserving, they say.
The undeserving, okay.
Okay. Anyway, I'll try and get, nice and chummy with as many Vikings as I possibly get while getting absolutely wasted. So, as a dwarf would do in any sort of beer hall.
Okay, so you find yourself getting wasted with at least 50 odd different Vikings.
That's good. That's how Brad Josh eventually going to sell himself to the new party. So, as a drunk, yeah. And I'll try to join you with any songs they might do as well, because I didn't think a dwarf song would be quite viable here right now. So.
Okay, does your character know Haldanic?
From my previous adventures, I knew a little bit, but not enough to say that I know it off the top of my head. No.
But if he gets drunk, he should get the alcohol bonus.
I think Ross is correct with this one. Actually, Ross has had the best idea there. So.
Okay, so while drunk, you start singing dwarven songs, but hey, singing it loud is what matters.
That's right.
As you, the rest of you have a interesting night.
Well, I don't drink to excess because I'm not Kaladaran or whatever it's called. I can't take my drink the way they can.
Well, they've been brought up on heavy drinking since the age of 10.
Okay.
Hence why some of them actually wanted to have new livers. Or have their livers taken out.
And may also explain why they grow so damn big.
Okay. They are all tall.
Mm-hmm. Both the men and the women.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rest of you who drank heavily wake up on the boats. Those who drank lightly and had a good night, helping those who overly drunk to the boats, and get the whole leaving ceremony and blessings from the clerics and priestesses and novices of Odin.
What about Chevelle? He wasn't really being affected by the drink.
You're helping those get onto the boat.
Oh, okay.
If Chevelle's helped me out, get onto the boat, I just go, look, I'm still probably drunk at the time, going, you're really interesting one, aren't you? In a drunken dwarven voice. And I try to pat you on the head, but I realise I'm not as tall as you, and I try to reach up and try to pat you on the head. So.
And then you like smack a butt.
Yeah.
Then I fall over, flatten my face, and you get me up again.
Yeah. I throw you like I have firemen carry you over both shoulders and just like plop you down into the boat.
And the leaving ceremony is spectacular. There are 20 of the dragon boats all pulling out at the same time, with a quarter of the crew rowing on each boat.
Good. Because that means those of us who can't row don't have to row.
No, those who are conscious are the ones who are rowing.
Mm-hmm.
Those that are drunk and still recovering are the ones holding the not rowing.
I'm in the category
They're on second shift.
Okay. I'm on first shift, but I'm not sure I contribute much when we row.
I'm just thinking boat goes up, boat goes down, boat goes up, boat goes down.
And as usual, Druzzle is doing the work of two people.
Okay, good. He's making up for me.
Well, we've a lot of drunk people. You do need people to help row.
I mean, like Zal is helping as well, and
Chevelle's probably doing a lot of work too.
I just try to keep in time with everyone else.
Does it also have a sail?
I think it does.
It does. It is a literal Viking longship with a single sail.
Yeah.
And as you're heading out, you do hear calling out from one of the boats. Hear my words, dear raiders. I have been told that we are going to raid the village of Norhofa. It is known that this village is wealthier than others as it provides both meat, vegetable, wheat, fish, and most importantly, beer. Yes, we will drink a lot, believe me. Ha ha ha! It was 3 hours. Anyway, with our speed, I guess we shall sail about 2 days and we will probably land this evening. We shall have a camp on the shore, we will find a decent place, and then we'll begin raiding in the morning. At least this is what I've been told. I am sure of your skills, we will celebrate our earnings together afterwards. Now get back to your job, everyone, and with that they do the whole wake people up with a blow to the head with their hammers.
Okay.
So you're awake, so you didn't get the blow.
I know, but I'm just thinking, this is a strange culture.
And you're sure it is one of the other islands of these people that you're off to raid?
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm just wondering, it all sounds so organised and well planned that this could be a complete disaster, but it's their disaster.
It's also their lifestyle.
Yeah.
They may have actually paid for the beer in advance.
Now
So-
that is.
Yeah, so your next cruise, do you want to do some piracy?
Piracy of who?
Anyone that's not a halfling?
Good choice of words there, by the way. Good choice.
Yes.
I felt- Go ahead, Mark.
Everyone sort of shudders at the thought of piracy against halflings because you never know which one's a dread pirate.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, I've got my ways. Okay, dwarf, start singing.
No, last time I sang a session with Martin, I summoned demons, so I'm not singing any more sessions. Thank you, Martin. Pathfinder, thank you. Yeah.
Hey, that was fun.
It wasn't singing though. You really died.
No. I sang hi before we joined the Pathfinder team together, and it was like I sang hi.
Oh,
And then that's when you summoned a demon. Yeah. So go for
Hi
Mike.
ho, hi ho, it's off
Yeah.
to hell we go. Da, 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 da.
I thought it was very good, but Martin didn't see the funny side of it when I did it. So. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was funny. I just gave you an appropriate response.
Yes, it wasn't the, I suppose the location was probably the more the issue, I'd
Yep.
say. But yeah.
You got
I know.
you got the attention of a demon. It was happy with your song.
Oh,
It
I was happy with my
it
song.
blessed
Not
you
happy.
with its power.
Yes, I noticed that. And quite regularly after that too, thank you. Yeah.
And even gave you its name so you can get yourself into trouble.
I don't want to know about it anymore. Don't discuss it, don't remember it. But no, I'll pretend to do some singing, and any songs they do while they're rowing kind of thing, I'll join in, and when I'm feeling up to it, I'll have a row as well. So
Okay. So you have 2 days at sea.
I'm trying to think of a satiating I can think of, but I can't think of it at the moment. Yeah.
6 months on a leaky boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Well, my father up and told me when I was just a man, sailor's life was very hard, the food was always bland. But now I've joined the Nordics and bought a man of war.
And yes, we don't need to worry about a tune. We have our own music one with us.
I still cannot work out this paladin kind of Ethengar kind of person. I'm still trying to. I'll keep looking up and down, keep trying to work out this person. I can't work it out.
Well, you do know she is a Genasi as well as an Ethengarian, which
I
means
was,
she is far more long-lived than you are.
And she is in an extremely happy mood.
yes. I'm not used to happy moods and parties. So I'm getting used to it now. So.
No, that's a worrying thought.
It's not always about anger now.
I know. I just usually have to fight with my certain Dimitri. So, if you need to complain about Dimitri for at least another 5 sessions, you'll understand. So yeah.
Well, you've probably come in at probably the most opportune time for Cheval, because Cheval, all the way up until prior to hitting the Nordic region, was all about anger.
Well, that's good. No, we hadn't.
Not just anger, but like fiery vengeance anger.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you are sailing through the sea, it does note here for you, sure the realm of Aegir and Ran is wondrous, notwithstanding its beauty, seas shan't be crossed without divine permission. Regrettably, some ships had sailed without offering a sacrifice.
Oh, really? Thought everyone had done a sacrifice.
Birds flying over the seas are no more, waves start to get huge, almost like they'd swallow the ships. The sea moves like it's boiling. A massive storm with heavy rain arrives, and black clouds do not let the sun shine to the surface. The wind gets so powerful that it makes people move slower, and they tear square sails apart. Some black shade start to circle around the ships, then greenish tentacles rise from the sea and smash some vessels. As you see kraken-like creatures amongst the boats.
Not our boat, though.
Not your boat.
Okay, yep, a small prayer to the lady below.
And you feel a response. She is angered.
Okay, that's not a good sign.
It seems there are people here who need to be punished.
Well, I understand that.
Okay, so what do you choose to do? You can see a kraken amongst the boats.
What? It's a long time since I've been a cracker. I am quite happy. It's divine punishment. Do not attack it.
So, who is it punishing? Because in terms of divine punishment, this is not Cheval's book of divine punishment.
It's punishing those who deserve to be punished.
Ask Iden if that's what's going on. I mean, she's the captain.
She says she believes it is the price of those who did not pay their way.
Okay.
Oh.
So how many boats are being attacked?
Possibly half.
Okay.
Wait, so like our ship did its sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
So are we obligated to help those who haven't?
We can't interfere.
Yeah, no, right. Yeah, that's what I wanted to confirm. So like we just gotta be like, good luck guys, bye. You did that's what you get, kind of thing.
Cheval
says-
will be a bit confused about the whole like it's divine punishment. It's not Cheval's cup of tea of divine punishment.
She says you can try to interfere, but you may share the same fate of those who angered the gods.
Mm.
By the way, there are rules for what happens if your ship gets sunk.
Yeah.
I will believe Yodri says divine punishment, so. And especially if Iden says that people didn't pay their way, then
Not everyone believed a sacrifice was necessary.
oh.
And Yodri gets the name Harforet in his brain. That is the name of the Kraken.
How big is the Kraken? Is it as big as one of the boats or bigger?
Each limb is as big as a boat.
Okay, right.
We will name him Kevin. Hi, Kevin.
All I say is that that's a big beastie. Let's leave the one alone.
And each tentacle can grapple a boat in its own right.
Yeah.
Which is why multiple boats are being grappled.
Listen, if we are deemed worthy and safe, then let's just keep on paddling.
I wonder how long our protection lasts for the sacrifice. Or do we need to make another sacrifice to start back?
Isn't it every year?
Well, no, it was for the journey.
Yeah, for the journey, okay.
By the time you clear the area, half of the boats are gone. More than 50 people have died.
I was going to suggest, should we stop to pick up survivors? Or
I don't
circle
think
back?
that-
We were actively told do not interfere.
Well, not only were we actively told not to interfere, but there probably wouldn't be any survivors.
Well, those who you see who survive the ship going down generally disappear with a plop below the depths, as if pulled by
Didn't
something.
most of these people, they don't know how to swim either?
Well, they do know how to swim. They have grown up on water most of their
Being
lives.
dragged under.
Yeah, being dragged under, right?
Those in heavy armor would struggle to be on the water, which is why all of them wear chain.
Hmm.
Because to be on plate mail on the water is a death sentence.
Yeah.
Chevelle will go back to her shanty.
Okay, so you do see a ship in the distance.
What does the ship look like?
Give me a perception check.
Okay, pop out the spyglass.
Yodri gets advantage.
Okay,
Yodri's been waiting for this day for like years.
Double figures.
Years, I
Oh
think
my
it is.
god.
Yeah. Yodri's been waiting for this for so long. We cannot deprive poor Yodri of this.
He's actually being a person of the water.
Okay.
Go for blood shot.
Using my halfling luck on that roll.
Was that a 2 originally?
Yep, halfling roll from a 1 to a natural 20, so I got a total 30. I love that.
And what did Anton get?
22.
So Anton can identify that there is definitely a non-Viking ship up ahead.
Okay, and that's all I can identify because I know nothing about ships.
It looks like a... No, you identified the ship. It is a Thiatin ship.
Thiatic, no, they're the ones I don't like, I think.
They're the ones that took over your nation over 100 and... About 110 years ago.
Yes, I know. Okay, watching suspiciously, weapons close at hand.
And Yodri identifies it as a valid target of both the Vikings and Halflings.
Cool. Okay.
It is literally a warship that has strayed outside of their normal lanes. Maybe it is scouting for other prey.
Yeah. Now, the big question is, have they spotted us?
Probably. But we have an angel of vengeance. They don't.
And what you can tell from Yodri's perspective is it is a scout ship from an actual fleet. If it reports back, then the
We'll be screwed.
10 boats you have with you will most likely be sunk.
Yeah.
As even with the fleet of 20 that originally set out, you'd still struggle.
So basically, what you're saying is that everyone is told to charge, and
Well, as I say, we have at least one flying character. We have an angel of vengeance.
it's a real shame. Actually, question, Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Could I have brought Atlas with me, because technically he could fly with the ship and not be ground based.
You had been asked to leave your mounts behind, so you could experience the life.
Right. Yeah. Like, I knew we were asked to leave them behind, but I wasn't sure if Yeah, no, that's fine.
Makes it
That's
makes
not
it very hard to do a Viking life if you leave it.
Yeah, fair. That's fine. That's fine. Just thought I'd ask. It would be very nice to be also able to fly, but
And Yodri
Okay.
does notice that there is more than one scout ship in that group.
How many ships are there?
There are 5.
Yeah, this is
Shall we-
going to be interesting.
Set sail for the nearest one. Just change course.
Okay, so you go to full oars,
Okay.
and the ship does seem to leap across the ocean with full sail and oars going, and you see the Thiatan Dreams trying to circle out into deeper water. Not that their boats are much better in deeper water, but yours are more maneuverable and can quite easily pass many reefs. And
Hey!
your longship, or dragon boat known as the Rebirth, is rapidly catching the rear ship.
And I have a spell that's great for doing this. Well, catapult.
What are you going to do? You're going to cast your spell?
Well, I can't do it until 60 feet, but did we want to catapult some burning pitch on it?
She says she's planning on sinking the ship. What do you wish to do?
Well, if all I need is a object of 1 to 5 pounds, we could light it, and then I can cast catapult on it to launch it over to the ship, where it will detonate. Plus, it also will do additional damage.
There's also the ever reliable fireball as well if people have got that. I don't, by the way.
I believe your paladin does,
Yeah. So I'm saying
as shown in the previous day.
an angel of vengeance, flying in and fireballing. Yeah.
What would the... Okay, so I might actually go to initiative and see what the party would like to do.
I was about to say you're gonna call initiative because everyone's a bit like, well, here we go.
Let's do it.
And you can see how nasty that ocean combat can be.
Yep.
I just thought of something really awful.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I have a lightning spell somewhere. That I might have to look up. Because apparently I haven't actually written it out properly on my character sheet.
Okay, what is Anton's initiative?
Oh, okay, I haven't rolled. You can come back because I don't want to go first.
Natural 20?
No, natural 10. What are we using for initiative on this one?
You can use athletics if you wish to.
Well, athletics, okay, because I'm pathetic at that. 10.
I thought you'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is Yodri's initiative?
19. I rolled badly.
What is Zal's initiative?
Can I use either nature or survival being on the ocean?
At this point, no. I think that athletics, perception would both be more suitable because you're not the navigator, and
Okay, well both athletics and perception are +4, so that's fine. That doesn't help me much. 18 as well.
okay. So Cheval,
Athletics 25.
and Bradshaw.
28. There you go.
So,
wow.
looks like our bearded dwarf is the one up front. What would Bradshaw like to do?
How far away is the ship from our ship at the moment?
Currently, you are probably about 50 feet from the other ship. You can see another ship in front of it about 120 feet, and another one off to the side of that one, probably about 150 feet.
Okay. This is the first time I've ever used it. I'll bring out my short bow.
Your crossbow?
My crossbow, yes, my angry short bow, yeah. I believe that's enough distance to get to you. I'll see if I can pick off one of the characters on the other side. So.
Okay, you can hear with the cracking of the rocks hanging off his short bow and the curses being yelled by the bow that our dwarf has pulled his crossbow out.
Yes, it's a very unique thing. I suppose 14 won't do anything else, but Jim?
A 14 flies across and smacks into one of the shields protecting the rowers.
And Ardrak, do I have multiple attacks as 8 range or just melee?
No, you have multiple attacks. As long as it's not an actual crossbow, you can use all your attacks on it. Crossbows are limited to once per action.
Yeah, so I've got 2 more attacks.
Yep.
And
they don't degrade.
27?
27, you get on the right height of the wave, and it goes right into the boat, hitting someone in the back of the neck.
Okay, because it's not anything special. And first time I've used my short bow, I think it's a D6, isn't it?
Yeah, short bows are a D6, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get sneak attack on my spells.
That's a 6 on dice. So that's 6. That's 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay, you see with your blow you manage to actually sever the spine as the head just hangs limply as the body just falls over with the arrow sticking out the back of the neck.
And I'll use my last attack to see if I can get anything else. So, which is only a 14 again, so I'm just...
And you see the next one that the wave just rose again, blocking your shot, and you hit another shield. Chauvel, as you feel the water beneath you start to writhe and boil.
What?
Oh, we had someone dam the boat.
Oh, we've damned the boat.
Well, someone called out damn it.
Yeah, okay, thanks, Sam. Yeah, I couldn't fit in on that. I'll mention that.
Hey, listen.
There's a boat just over, like, what do you say, 50 feet?
50 feet away. There's one at 120 feet and one at 150 feet.
Chauvel is going to open her wings.
Mm-hmm.
How does casting with flying work?
Well, look at it this way. You're not using your hands to fly. It doesn't cause a problem.
Okay, cool. I'm going to fly over the first boat and drop a flaming spear on the first boat.
Yep.
It's not a fireball, it's flaming spear, so...
Okay, as you take off, people see your black wings with red highlights as you take off.
Hey.
Impressive.
And you see the ball of flame appear in the boat in front, causing much concern as no matter how much they bail water on it, it still doesn't go out. If anything, it's throwing hot steam in their face.
Exactly. Someone said fireball, like, but that goes out instantaneously. Why don't you just have a sustained ball of fire on a wooden boat?
especially against the
Others
mast.
don't have that ability.
Okay, so Chauvel has done the slow death to the other boat.
It's starting to smolder a bit.
Yodri.
Okay. So what you said, one is at 20, the other one's at 50.
I said first one's at 50, second one's at 120, and the third one's at 150.
Cool. Okay, I am getting 4 barrels of that oil.
Mm-hmm. Which oil?
Okay. What was it? Just the highly flammable ones.
Where did you get this oil from?
Thought we actually had some on board the boat.
The boat does not actually carry oil on it because that's too much of a fire risk in their battles.
Yep.
Okay. In that case, I'll have to do the other thing: is get out of my bag of holding and get my vials of acid.
Mm-hmm. You have a vial of acid in your hand as a bonus action.
Okay, and now I'm going to cast catapult on it
Okay.
to targeting the boat at 50 feet.
How much damage will that do?
Well, the catapult itself does 3d8. Oh, wait a second. No, I need to make sure that's in the right spot. That's still touch. It does 3d8 bludgeoning damage, and then whatever the vial of acid does. Okay, so it's instantaneous. The ship needs to make a dex save.
So you can magically hurl an object or creature weighing 500 pounds or less 40 feet through the air in a direction of your choosing, including straight up.
Yeah.
Okay, so while it has a range of 400 feet, you can throw something 40 feet within the 400 feet. So if you do launch the acid vial, you are 10 feet short.
Huh? I thought it was straight up. The area is 60 feet. Okay, so I'll just have to wait until we get closer.
Let's see if I can change the right screen over. There is the catapult. Not very clear, but
This helps is the table of the boats.
That's of any use to you.
I've got a similar thing here.
That's different to what I've got listed.
Okay. Which one are you getting it from?
That's my normal spell.
What is
Choose one object.
Which is the
choose
source
one.
from it?
It's first level transmutation. I'm not sure where that comes from.
I think it might be from Xanathars, or no, Tashes. I think it might be from Tashes.
Do you remember where the source is from? You should have a reference. Because this is that is a 6th level spell.
Okay. So this has actually come from Elemental Evil Player's Companion.
Okay, so one of the spells that you shouldn't have just yet.
Yeah, this is it's a first level sorcerer spell.
First level sorcerer spell.
Yeah.
But it's not from the player's handbook.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll just do Eldritch Blast then.
Okay. Well, we did have that all the other spells came from the secret crafts that were not in the player's handbook or the adventurer's guide.
Okay. I might have something else for it, but yeah, I thought this one was just first level. It just increases higher. It's not as good as the other one because it's only got a short range.
Yeah, well, there was a thing to make it fair for everyone that you can't just pull spells from every source.
Oh, yeah, well, it's the first time I've ever used it, and I've had it for like 3 years or so. But yeah, I'll just do an Eldritch Blast then.
Okay. So that means an attack roll.
Yep. Let's bring up Eldritch Blast.
Unfortunately, I've tried to make sure everyone was fair.
Yeah, that's quite reasonable.
Well, sometimes you get people who believe they had the conversation until they looked up their messages and going,
Okay.
"Oh, I didn't agree."
I am throwing some nice fireworks around. I got a 9.
You got a 9? Okay, so you hit a wave. Unfortunately, the wave got in the way of your shot. Maybe the lady below doesn't agree with your action. But then again, someone did call upon the lady below in the previous round. Action. Well, Bradshaw did anyway.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Got the hint, yeah.
Hey, I'm just being fair. Next one up is Zal. Does Zal wish to call upon the lady below?
No, I really don't. I was thinking, I thought one of my spells, which I hadn't written out fully in my stat block, because I think I was at the point of I was having to go through my spells again, which I still haven't done. But it's a 15-foot cube, which isn't going to work right now because the ship is 120 feet away. Is that right?
It is 120 feet away. That is. There's 150, there's one 120, and one at 150. There are 3 within.
I thought the one at 50 was
Has a flaming sphere inside it.
Yep.
yes, is pretty much condemned as one would say.
If they counted the spell, it will not be.
Well, yeah, if they can dispel it, but we won't.
They can also board us.
Yeah, well, that's less of a problem, I think, than them actually getting away.
You have 10 people on your boat. They have about 30.
I think they're in trouble if they try to board our boat.
Well, you have 9 actually, because your main Angel of Vengeance has taken flight.
Death below.
So, how does Zal solve this problem?
I was going to firebolt the second ship, and I was going to multicast the cantrip, and I forget how that works.
Well,
So,
that
yeah,
works
figure
because
out
you've
what-
had some training. You can then basically cast 2 firebolts in the same round.
Yes, and that's what I was planning to do. I can also do chill touch, or cast 2 chill touches, or I think I could even cast a firebolt and a chill touch. Is that right? Because it's two cantrips, regardless of what they are. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah. So,
And Firebolt is within range of the second ship.
and firebolt is within range of the second ship.
And you do 3d10 damage on each one, and I believe you have bonuses that allow you to do more.
I have bonuses.
Potentially.
Yeah, I mean, as I said before, I really do need to sit down with you and go through my spell list again, because it's so out of date. It's not funny.
Okay, so I believe your cantrips literally do 6d10 fire damage. And
Yes.
you add your proficiency bonus twice to the attack roll.
Which would be
That would be +8 plus your
8.
modifier.
Which would is a +12.
Yeah, so +12 to hit.
Yeah. So, roll to see if I hit, basically.
It is roll to see if you hit.
I have to roll for each cantrip, don't I? So
You
basically,
do.
I can roll.
There are two rolls.
D20s. Yeah.
Which means you could literally be doing 12d10 damage in one round.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
impressive.
Yes. Okay. Could be. So the first one is 16 plus 12, which is 28.
That's going to be a hit, definitely.
And the other one is 13 plus 12, which is 25. Is it right? 18 plus 12. No, 18 plus 12 is.
He's 30.
No, sorry, 16 and 13. Yeah, so 28 and 25.
28 and 25. Well, you managed to hit on both of them definitely. And you think you got one of them into a critical component. So roll 60-10 for one, and then we'll do the other one afterwards.
I'm trying to find more details. I have pizza deal. That's D10. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Counting can take time. So what people are seeing is Zal is holding up her orb with her father's skull embedded in it, looking like a vampiric skull.
Okay. It is very impressive. Yeah,
As it shoots out a stream of flame 120 feet. Twice.
So the first 6 D10 does a total of 36.
Okay, so you see quite a lot of damage as that one seems to catch the side of the ship alight. Now give me the damage of the next one.
Another 6 D6?
6d10.
Oh, sorry, 6 D10.
Yep. First one was a critical hit, so it
Oh,
actually
cool.
did more damage. So just so you
Oh.
know, you did 144 fire damage to the side of the ship.
Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
Not enough to sink it.
No, but severely damaged, presumably. Well, I rolled better on this one though. So 44.
44 and 62. That's a pretty good roll.
Okay, so in one round of combat, you dealt 232 points of fire damage. As you basically see 2 flaming streams come out of your father skull's eyes,
Nice.
and see the ship in the horizon reduced to cinders as everything on board just sinks between the waves.
Okay. That was very impressive.
You literally just disintegrated a ship on your own.
Yep.
How many times can you do that?
It's a cantrip, so lots.
Oh, God.
And Yodri gets an answer.
I said, Gordon, yeah.
Close enough.
Your god doesn't care. It takes whatever worship it can get. You don't do it enough as far as it's concerned.
That's fine. It's fine if it happens to be the lady below. So I can smite these infidels under your name.
She believes that your sacrifice just given makes up for the damnation you called upon earlier. Well, you disintegrated it and you called out, "Oh God." And it went, well, that makes up for the damned. As we move on to the captain, she orders the boat forward to make sure the other boat doesn't get away. And you are now within 90 feet of the furthest boat with alongside the other one that has a burning ball inside it.
It's got a burning ball inside it, has it?
Mm-hmm. Flaming sphere inside the boat.
Yeah, okay. They're not going to want to stay on their boat, are they?
You do see that they do have a priest aboard.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you watch as the priest pulls out her symbol and the ball just shatters.
Okay.
Which brings us to Anton.
Okay.
They're a problem now.
There's a couple of things I could do. She's a
She
priest, so she's going to have a good wisdom save, unfortunately.
She wears the symbol of Halav, one of the gods of Traldar.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, she's definitely in the enemy category. That's easy. That's easy.
No, the Traldaran people, your people. She wears the holy symbol of one of your people.
You said these are Thyatians.
They are.
You're trying confusing me a lot.
Halav is worshipped amongst the Traldar as well as the Thyatans
Okay.
because they absorb all cultures.
All right.
Think of them exactly like the Romans. They take every bit of every religion around them and incorporate it into their own. So they have appropriated your religion.
Okay.
So yes, you can feel quite angry about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm not good on sea and I'm not good in mass battles, but I'm just trying to think the best thing we can do. I think the problem is the boat right next to us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything like fire. What I do have, though, how big's the boat?
The boat is about 60 feet long
60 feet long. Okay.
and about 20 feet wide.
About 20 feet wide. Okay. And you say there's about 30 people on board.
About 30 people on board, yes.
Okay.
They are a two-row deck.
Yeah, two-row deck. Okay. That's a large area.
Mm-hmm.
But given the boats are moving, I think the best thing I can do is middle area, 20 by 20 foot area. That I'll hit that with a confusion.
Okay.
Okay. It's a roll for all the initiative. I know it's a roll for saving throws and such, but it's a wisdom save for 19.
Okay.
19 DC wisdom save.
So I'll say the priestess survived on that one. She rolled a 19.
Oh, right.
But most of the crew did not make it.
Okay. Well, at least that would mean that they won't be able to act.
And the captain of the ship definitely didn't make it.
Okay, well, at least that means they won't be able to act.
I believe the captain got a critical foul.
Okay, well, it's just confusion, so it just has the effect of, there's a confusion. They do strange stuff. I know it's complicated in this situation, I'm sorry, but I know
okay.
it works well in this.
We shall see how it goes.
Mm.
Because the captain of the other boat was about to give his orders, and now he shouts something out, and people just look at him in confusion.
Yeah, okay. Well, they are confused.
Because his order didn't make sense.
Okay. Glad you're already.
And people who believe they knew what he was ordering them to do start doing something completely different because they were confused.
Next target is the priestess for me.
Okay, so we now move back to the top of the order, and round two. Bradshaw, you have seen Flame take out one boat. The fire in the boat next to you got put out by a priestess. What will you do? You can see the priestess.
I will shoot the princess.
Okay. Your boat is yelling out insults at the priestess as you aim.
Yes.
It's got quite a few tasty dwarven insults it's learnt.
The first one was a 1.
Okay, so what do you do with your one?
You don't have halfling lap from your wife, do you?
He does not.
I don't. I start talking back to the bow and saying, shush, be quiet, kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, so as you fire, you feel the 2 heavy rocks hanging off your bow flick up and strike you in the side of the face.
Okay, and I take.
You are distracted and your shot goes wild.
Okay. We're going to do other shots or not?
You get to do your other shots.
Yep, okay. We'll the other 2. Oh, just, I've got a good day. It's like a 1, 5 and a 5. They're both this because I had 5 last time, so.
Okay, so yes, even while you're closer, you still don't get the shots off. You keep hitting the side of the ship.
I was angry a warrior, yeah.
Yes, and your ineptitude with firing is now being advertised to everyone in Dwarven.
Thank you, Matt.
It's okay. It is the crossbow after all. It only says angry things.
Yeah.
You wanted a magical crossbow.
And it is magical, I'll give that.
I asked for a magical crossbow, not really know it would be an angry short bow.
Well, technically, it was a angry. He wanted a magical heavy crossbow, so it is a short bow with rocks making it heavy, and it yells insults at him.
Okay.
That's right.
But it does count as magical.
And hopefully it shouts insults at what you're targeting too.
If he hits, yes.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. I feel that I deserve that based on my description, so that's okay. Yeah.
Well, you bought it from a magic shop. They don't sell mundane things.
I know, but
It's
I
not
put it back
mundane,
here
that's
as
for
well.
sure. It's
Okay.
definitely not mundane.
Okay, so next person up is Chauvel. You are in the skies above.
Did I see my flaming sphere go up?
Yep, you see your flaming sphere get snuffed.
I'm not happy with that.
Well, you do know that clerics are abundant on the Thaiatian boats. Many of them have counterspell
Of course they do.
and dispel as well.
Of course they do.
Because their main enemy is the Alphatian Navy, who are heavy on magic use.
Mm-hmm.
So they are well trained in stopping magical effects.
I'm gonna board their boat.
Okay. The closest one to the party? Yep. Okay, you land on the boat without any problems. Who do you wish to land next to?
The one that snuffed out my flaming sphere.
Okay, she is not far from you. She doesn't have any weapons out as she is prepared for counter magic.
Of course.
What do you do? She has
Will
a
be
fi-
an action.
She has a fierce look of determination and resolve about you dropping in front of her.
Yes. I'm gonna pull out my longsword, and then that'll be my action.
Well, you could do that as a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
You do have bonus actions.
Have these guys attacked us yet? Or are we just attacking them?
They are the enemy as far as the Vikings are concerned because they have technically encroached upon their territorial waters without permission.
They're Thaiatians. We don't need to split hairs over this.
Alright, well, so basically we're declaring this as basically an act of war, basically.
I think it's not just an act of war. It's just I think they are a hated people between almost all of us. Ethengars included.
Ethengarians are less so, but you have grown to know how much most of the other races hate them.
Alright,
Yeah.
cool. I'm gonna start slicing and dicing some crewmates on this ship then.
Okay.
So first one, the predecessor snuffed out my flaming spear, which I was very insulted about because
It was a good plan.
it was a good plan
It was a
until
good plan.
it got snuffed out. I need to scroll up to my... No. I need to scroll down to my weapon.
Not sure if your weapon's been fully detailed yet, but we shall see.
There it is. Sword of Trossum. 30.
30 is a hit, I'd say.
30 is definitely a hit. Roll for damage.
Mm-hmm. I am going to use... Actually, no, I'm just going to start swinging. I'm just going to start swinging.
Mm-hmm.
I won't drop smites yet. I need those. Right. That will be 27 points of magical slashing.
Okay, you find that you have critically hit her, and how does your blade kill her?
As it slices through her, she erupts into flames even though there was no smite.
Okay,
Anton cheers.
Noted that you're brutal even when you're not trying to be brutal.
Yes.
Okay, so you still have your other attacks.
I do indeed have my other attack. I'm assuming there's someone else next to me, so
There is plenty of people around you. You've landed amongst the crew.
I've landed amongst
You
the
can
crew.
see the captain who is babbling incoherently.
Pardon?
You can see the captain nearby who is babbling incoherently.
Should be next to him. That's okay. I'll start slicing my way through the crew.
Well, you can reach the captain.
Oh, okay. I'll go for the captain then.
He was standing next to the priestess.
Oh, okay, perfect. That works well then. $31.
31 is a hit.
Oh, God.
Thank you. And why not? I'll drop a level 1 Divine Smite on him. Just remember where that is on my thing. I think it's just 2d8 radiant damage.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Just remember where it is. Lay on hands, bit more. There it is. Yeah, first level spell slot, 2d8. Unless they're undead or fiend, then 3d8. But I'm assuming they're not undead or fiend.
They're neither undead nor fiend.
Cool. Just making sure.
Purely human, but anyway.
Yeah.
But they are dead.
Well, they will be.
They definitely will be. Especially with that roll. Whoops. Oh yeah, definitely. 16, 25, 30, plus 5, I think it was. 35 magical points of slashing damage. Just confirming that. Yes. 35 points of magical slashing damage, and then it was 15 radiant.
Okay, so you do a slashing burst as your sword goes through them. You see the captain's body burst backwards into shards of bone into his crew behind him. as you seem to have turned the captain into a burning hand style effect of bone and flame.
I made the captain shrapnel.
You don't do anything by half measures.
No, he doesn't. She doesn't at all. Never has. Never will.
Well, he got the 1-2 of the captain and his wife.
Yep, okay.
They put out my flaming spear. I'm not happy. Let me play with my fire.
Okay, Yodri, you're up. You can see what the Angel of Death has just delivered on the boat.
Angel of Death now, an Angel of Vengeance.
Can I see where the helmsman is?
The helmsman is staring off in the wrong direction, shooting his bow out into the sea.
Okay. Well, I don't need to cast darkness on him. I'll just throw a couple of Eldritch blasts at him.
Okay. What's your first one?
Doggy, shut up!
I didn't quite get that. Was that a roll?
No, I think that was
No,
somebody
that was
interrupted.
I was about to say that sounded more like Tony Bobo.
I thought I would just clarify.
No, he was totally yelling at the lady below to be quiet.
Okay, first one, 25.
That is a hit. How much damage does it do?
There's 9 points of damage.
Okay, he seems to be staggered a little bit.
Okay, second one. Again, 25.
How much damage do you do?
2 points.
Okay, so not that much this time. He's still...
And, yep, last one, 18.
That is also a hit.
And 5 points.
Okay, you hit him multiple times with your Eldritch Blast, peppering him. He's still looking very confused and still looking in the wrong direction. Okay, so...
Somehow still there though.
Still there, yes. Sometimes the hardy people are the more visible targets. So Zal, you are up. You can see the flaming angel in the middle of the boat, in place of the ball of fire.
Yeah. The flaming angel has decided to take proper action. Apparently. Yeah, you boarded the vessel. How far away is the third ship now?
The third ship is 90 feet away.
90 feet. Okay.
Is that the second ship or the third
Or
ship?
just
the
do
third
what I
ship.
did
Third
last
ship, the
round.
second ship sank, didn't it? Yeah.
As you can see, the other ships are currently being attacked by multiple boats. It seems they thought you had these three, so they went after the other two.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna do what I did last round and target the further ship.
Okay, give me 2
'Cause
rolls.
it seems the rest of our party has this ship pretty much under control.
And you can
I think we should call you
incinerate
birds.
ships.
Why Merv?
Look, massive self. Basically, you can do multiple attacks and do massive destruction.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, as long as she remembers to ask her father for help.
Yeah, no, he was pretty effective last time.
Yeah, and you do realise you need to make it up to your mother afterwards.
Well, no, she already got to kill 2 people yesterday, so...
Yeah, big difference in blowing up a ship than just killing 2 people.
I know, but the magical people who were in the ship closer to us have already died, and she likes murdering magic people, so...
Probably likes
Oh.
killing people more
Well,
than
you
killing
could
boats.
get it to target
Has a preference for magic
the
warriors.
priest on the other ship.
Because they are the enemies of Ethengar.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they are 90 feet away, but I don't know who the cleric is on that ship, so unless they're bleedingly obvious, Martin.
Not at that distance.
No, exactly. So,
Shoot the one in the skirt.
I could.
Well, that would be all of them because they are Roman style armor.
I was about to say, I don't think it works like that, but anyway.
Maybe your mother be as good as the Whistler.
I think firebolt on the boat works really well.
Yeah, no, the firebolt worked really well last time. 29 on the first one, and 25 on the second.
Okay, so they both hit, definitely. Roll for damage.
Mm. Uh, 31 for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It is still 6d10 for both. Is that right?
It is 6d10 for both.
Yep.
How much did you get?
So 31 for the first one. I'm just doing the second one now. Plus 5. 35 for the second one.
Okay, you actually exceeded the damage you did in the first round. 264 points of fire damage.
Whoa.
As you managed to get it in a better shot. And
I'll just be back in a minute, Martin.
it is also incinerated in an instant. And Yodri feels much applause from below. Which brings us to the captain ordering her crew to basically stop any of them getting off the boat. And so they're basically repelling anyone trying to escape the slaughter. As we move on to Anton, your confusion is still in effect.
Okay. Well, it's, it's a concentration spell, so it limits my options. I might just... Somebody who is outside the area of effect and looks like they might do something, I'll just target them with an Eldritch Disturbance.
Okay.
DC 19 Wisdom save.
Okay. The drummer at the other end of the boat.
Okay.
He fails.
He fails, okay. So
He is not particularly wise.
He's not particularly wise, okay. I just take some damage. That's 19 points of damage.
Okay, how does your disturbance look?
How does my disturbance look? It's sort of like a swirling ball that, that starts at a point and expands outward.
Okay, as you watch, you see a swirling ball appear in his chest and then expand outwards, separating him in 3 different directions.
I am, okay, I'm really worried about this.
As you see the legs still standing as the head and the arms fall overboard.
Okay, alright.
It was definitely a disturbance.
Definitely disturbance, yes, definitely disturbance.
Okay, back to Bradshaw.
Has any person got over into our ship yet, or not really?
They seem to be struggling with the fact that you've got multiple Vikings with spears jabbing anyone who even looks over.
Okay, well if that's under control, then I will play short bow roulette. Okay?
Okay.
So here we go. Now, I trust these dice will not roll me one again. Come on, do a good thing.
We do know how your dice roll.
The first one was the 13, so that's misses. The next one's the 12.
So just make sure that you speak nicely to your dice.
That's okay. It can't do any worse right now.
or sneakily use that one that has like 40, 20 on it.
No, that one's given away for special occasions. No, the last one you used 28.
Okay, the 28 hits through into the boat.
Sorry, I should have said I was aiming for the helmsman just to get rid of the helmsman. So.
Okay, hits the helm. Well, definitely hits the helmsman. Though because of how much that Yodri had done to it, you knocked the helmsman off the boat. And as he hits the water, you see a tentacle come up and crush him as it pulls him under.
Okay. And I got the usual abuse from the boat.
Oh, the boat starts yelling abuse at the helmsman.
Oh, that's even better. I feel better about the whole thing. Okay. So we have no captain, no cleric, no helmsman. I think the boat's almost gone. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll leave the rest for everyone else, especially that flying paladin person kind of thing. So,
Okay,
yeah.
back to Chauvel. You are up. Would you like to do a bonus action and a wing attack?
Ooh, a wing attack. We haven't seen a wing attack.
You did last session.
Yeah, okay, we did too. I want to see another one.
Well, two people haven't seen a wing attack. Sure, bonus action, I will wing attack a crew member.
Okay, give me a attack roll.
And is it just adding my
Proficiency and strength. Proficiency and strength.
Strength, so plus 9. Does that sound about right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. 20.
Okay, so you do quite a nice wing attack as your wings flare out around you. You notice the mast behind you gets severed as well as about 5 crewmen.
Whoa!
Oh.
As you see flame in the parts that you just severed.
Oh, that's good.
You hear a scream from above as the person on top of the mast falls off. As the mast goes down. Followed by the crunching sound of bones being turned to pulp.
Yay.
And now you have your full attack action.
I do have my full attack action. What's left on this ship?
Well, you do have probably about 20 odd crew members.
20 odd crew members.
Mm-hmm. In the deck below. Most of the ones on top seem to have died.
Ah, yeah, that's no surprise. I will. Is it just a staircase down from like the deck,
Well,
main deck?
you think you could quite easily break through the covering they have between the top and the bottom. You could literally just jump on it and force your way through.
Just trying to figure out where it was. Because I had it, and I can't remember where it is. That's okay. Yeah, I will basically use my maneuver to jump on a board and break down.
Okay, you find yourself down in the galley section of the boat, and you can see all the chained slaves manning the oars still.
Well, these guys are chained.
Yep. These are the people who were volunteered into the army
Volunteered.
by conscription.
Oh, so they're still Thiatin.
Anyone who was in Thiatis at the time, they were looking for able bodies.
Oh shit out. Don't kill them.
Too late. There's already been 2 ships that probably had the exact same thing on them.
The majority of their boats are powered by those who are enslaved.
Oopsies.
Chauvel is going to start attempting to break the chains.
Okay. So you have no problem shattering a chain with an action, with an attack.
Mm-hmm.
The chains themselves are basically not designed to withstand heavy weapons.
Chauvel will stand by her morals that these ones have nothing to do with attacking us, and these guys are defenseless. So.
And as you break the chain at the end of your turn, you feel the boat start to roll as the mast starts to pull the boat over.
Mm-hmm.
It's still attached by rigging, so considering it broke, it fell off one side, and now it's pulling the boat down that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so Yodri, you're watching the boat start to roll in front of you. You can see the bottom. You've got a perfect target.
I don't think I've got anything to do as much damage as we've got the Master of Flames right next to me.
You could always call out to the lady below.
It seems like a very good idea with Chauvel in the middle of the boat now.
Well, actually, no, I might do. I will do that, but I also call out the tentacles and get it to attack the hull.
Okay, so you see the tentacles rise up all around the boat and start to attack it. And start to pull it down. You believe it'll only take a round or two for it to be ripped asunder and dragged below.
Yep.
Sal, you're up.
I mean, so I've seen Chauvel go
Below deck.
below deck,
And then the boat roll.
and the boat's rolling.
And now tentacles have come up to pull the boat down below.
I mean, really, at this point, I don't think I need to do anything because it's going down anyway.
You can cheer.
I don't want to cheer.
Why? You've just had 2 victories just by yourself, and your team has taken out the 3rd. One ship has taken out 3 out of 5 enemies, while the rest of the fleet is dealing with the other 2.
No, I'll just sit back, watch. All the people on the top deck have been taken care of, haven't they?
They have.
Yeah, I guess the ship's going down. Is the job done?
The captain and the crew all cheer, shouting out Chauvel and Zal's names as the slayers of their enemies. Anton.
I'm trying to think what I can do to save the slaves. The boat's on its side.
You don't really know there's slaves in there.
I know Phaeacians. Of course they're bloody slaves. There's no 2 ways about it. So the boat's... Is it just
It's on its side and it's starting to pull under the waves.
It's going to be pulling under the waves. I can't think of how I can open a hole in the bloody to get them out.
You could always use your Eldritch Disturbance to make a hole.
We'll make a hole. I suppose it is force damage, isn't it? Well, there's a variation of it where I can do area effect. I will use the Eldritch Prism to do an area of effect. Oh, don't actually hit the slaves inside. I'm not good in this situation.
You were very good. You confused the entire crew so no one could get a strike on Chauvel.
Yeah. Well, okay. The best I can do is I'll try. I'll use the Eldritch Prism, which is an area of effect, trying to open, open the hole so that the slaves, hopefully their fruit, can get out. That's the best I can. That's the best I can come up with.
How much damage does it do?
There's an extra D10, so there's 4D10 plus 6. Oh, that's 14, 9, 23, 29.
Okay, as you watch, you see the wood just start ripping apart from the inside.
Okay.
And you start, almost looks as if someone's just peeling it apart.
Well, I hope the slaves get away.
Okay, final round, Bradshaw.
Okay. Since I feel that I do not need to shoot anything, I'm just going to help the Vikings on our ship, make sure no one comes across our ship that's from there. So I'm just going to stop the ship away, get a hammer out, and just push people off the ship if I need to. So.
Not slaves, I hope.
Well, I don't know the difference right now, so I can't really.
They're all human to him.
Yeah. That's true. He's honest about that. Yeah.
Chauvel, you're up. You have released 2 people.
Cool. I would like to grab both of them under my arms and fly back to our ship.
Okay, you make it out just as the boat gets waist deep.
Yep.
And then as you land on the ship on Yodri's turn, the boat is dragged under.
Yep.
That's how long you had to get out.
I had a distinct feeling I was weighing up my options between everyone else's turns. So I was like, I probably have absolutely no chance to release any more slaves when the Lady of the Deep was called upon.
Okay, so you have successfully taken out the scout crew, and as we are at 10 to 11, we shall continue the voyage next session with the freed captives and see what happens next.
Okay, they're an outsider. Oh, perfect.
I was about to say, we have some informants of Thyata now. Who will probably be happy to do us lots of favours, knowing that they're no longer.
I could have a mind flayer kid, so I'll just have a slave instead. That'll do.
Yeah.
Therion.
We have informants. We have informants. Okay.
Yes. Non-dwarven people. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah.
We do. So I will go on to end credits unless you want to add something else, and then chat to you after.
Okay.